Welcome to Merston. Population? Who cares? It's a town like any other. Quiet streets, strip malls, Friday night football. The kind of place nobody notices, and that's just how most people like it. But under the pumpkin spice and marching band parades, something else is humming. A haunting is brushed off as carbon monoxide poisoning. A creature hunting in the local playground is explained away as a rabid dog. And the nearby nature preserve, well, you don't want to know what's buzzing out there. Most towns have secrets. Merston's secrets bite. And tonight, those secrets are about to wake up.
So, I think we'll start with Chase. Chase, where are you right now, and what are you doing?
Oh, I'm in the really sad back room of my dad's mattress store. Nobody ever comes in here. It's basically a glorified closet, but you can see that I've sort of turned a corner of it into my own little conspiracy theory nook. So I've got my laptop and another monitor. I'm sort of I'm standing right now. I'm using it as my standing desk because I don't sit. I don't sit in chairs. I don't trust them. Standing or I'm on the floor. And you can see I've got a few things pinned up, some fuzzy pictures of something I saw at the park last week, a few random newspaper articles that have little circles around random sentences, maybe some words highlighting, trying to find a pattern. And I'm definitely checking out my favorite message board called the Scooby Sleuths, and just seeing if there's anything new that's popping up that's been going on around town.
And what do we see as we observe Chase in his natural environment?
He's got brown hair that it's a little floppy, but it doesn't look purposeful. It just looks like he's forgotten to get it cut. It's a little wavy. He's got sort of big brown eyes. His glasses are a little smaller in these, and they're always just a little bit askew. His dad is really insistent that he dresses well for the job. So he is wearing a suit, but it doesn't quite fit him. It's a little big. He keeps his tie kind of not fully tied. And it just sort of looks like he wears the same suit pretty much every day. He doesn't smell, but he really just changes the underthings and keeps his suit at his desk to just pop on when he gets in.
Val, let's pan to you. Where's Val? What are you doing?
Yeah, Val is, of course, at the Merston Rotary Club this afternoon. There is a meeting for the upcoming Fall Fun Fest. She is not chairing the festival or anything this year, but she's agreed to help with some of the logistics and do some supply runs in her minivan. If you didn't know Val, she would just look like any kind of suburban mom in Merston. She's just north of 45. She's got, dated blowout with brown showing up. Her dyed roots are kind of peeking through, favoring, nice sweater sets and shawls. But if you did know Val, you would be surprised in the last 6 or 7 months to see that she no longer wears a big crucifix around her neck everywhere she goes. She started to incorporate some more daring flashes of jewelry and kind of pops of color and interesting designs in her outfit. Still looks totally normal to the average eye, but Val is quietly undergoing a personal revolution. And right now she is pouring out from a to-go box of coffee some cups for the hardworking moms and dads of Merston, helping to plan this fall fun fair.
Edith, where are you right now?
What time of day is it?
Mid-morning.
Mid-morning. Then perhaps she is in her office at the university. She has probably finished her morning class and might be off to go to her favorite little coffee shop, little tea house, to get a nice little cup and to do some reading. She has probably recently begun reading a little bit more extensively about any of the things that Chase has brought to her attention. Whatever sightings he's brought up, she has been diligently searching both her own personal library and Merston's library, although, let's be honest, hers is far more extensive. So yeah, she's packing up her brown leather satchel bag with the clip in front. She's pushing 60, old, professor vibes with a suit that was probably nice 20 years ago that she hasn't bothered to update. Her hair is like a short kind of wavy bob with a lot of gray coming out at the top as she's starting to gray. She's got very sensible loafers on, and she takes her satchel out, and she's pretty trim for an old lady. She walks a lot and likes to keep her physical fitness up.
Edith, it's as you're packing your bag to go to your favorite coffee haunt that a voice floats over the radio that you have turned to some AM news station when you regularly monitor for signs of monster activity in the area, and you hear just the barest clip of a little news report. And I would like anyone who thinks they have a good newscaster voice or wants to try it for the first time to read out this little news report.
A troubling story developing tonight in Merston. Local hospitals are reporting a spike in emergency room visits linked to what experts believe is an invasive species of wasp. Victims describe sudden paralysis and memory loss after being stung, and some say they've seen sting victims acting strangely. Anonymous tips to our newsroom claim groups of people have been spotted speaking in unison or moving in eerie synchrony. Anyone who has experienced a wasp sting in recent days or is experiencing unusual symptoms is urged to report to Merston Regional Hospital. Health officials insist there is no cause for panic. This is a developing story, and we will be releasing additional information as it becomes available.
So, Edith, what goes through your mind as you hear this news story?
She's probably thinking about whether there appear to be any connections with any of the things that she's been reading about, that Chase has been talking about, and a sort of invasive species of wasp. That sounds like any number of creatures that might sting and cause paralysis. We've got giant scorpions, we've got several types of lesser demons. Could be any manner of creature, but definitely sounds like it's worth investigating, so perhaps I will cancel my afternoon class and go gather Valerie and Chase and see what we might be able to dig up on the situation.
Perfect. Where do you gather?
Probably at either my house or Valerie's house, if it's open to us. I don't know.
Sure, you can always come by.
All right.
Yeah, change of scenery might be good. Her Wi-Fi's a little faster too.
I got the good package from the door-to-door salesman guy.
Oh, you didn't let them upsell you, did you?
Yeah.
You know, that's how they get you.
I got ESPN. I got Home Shopping Network. I got PGA Pro.
You know they're just tracking all that, right?
Tracking it for what?
Just so they know everything about you. So they can just turn you into one of their little minions, buying their little QVC little...
Oh, I love minions too. Those guys crack me up.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to be sure to be using a VPN when I'm at your house for sure. I don't trust anything you got going on over there.
Yeah, I think we got VPN too, channel 700.
All right, so this report that was on the radio mentioned stinging wasps, paralysis, sudden memory loss of victims. So we'll have to start doing some digging. I've brought, and she unpacks her little hand briefcase with 12, 15 books that have no right to fit in there, but she knows exactly how to Tetris them in. All right, so I brought some, just the cursory sort of resources for us to look through. So Valerie, if you'll take this pile, Chase, you take this one, and I'll begin here, and then we can see if any of these symptoms sound like they correspond to any of these creatures.
Well, sure thing, Edith. I'll take a look, but what makes you think this is any kind of magic wasp anyhow? Couldn't this just be one of those super wasps where they were having upstate?
I heard about those.
I saw it on Facebooks.
I don't know what that is, but wasps to my knowledge at least. I'm not an entomologist, but definitely several other kinds of ologists. Wasps, to my knowledge, do not cause memory loss, no matter how super they are, of any kind. Paralysis may be localized to a specific area near the sting, but anything beyond that seems worth investigating. Chase, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely worth looking into. I'm sort of thinking, though, I might have more luck on the web, maybe researching some of the dark web, see what some of my people are saying, some of my friends, some of my buds.
The dark web.
Yeah.
So connected it all to dark magic.
I mean, in a way, it is where you learn a lot about it. I don't dabble in it, though. That's not... You don't want to get messed up in that stuff. Dark path.
You'll have to show me that sometime, Chase.
Sure, yeah.
That sounds intriguing. But anyway, the task at hand.
Sure. I learned so much hanging out with you two. I can order us some chilies for lunch. Is anyone hungry?
No, I don't do chains.
No.
Okay, I'll just start reading then.
Does anyone want to use a move to try to get some information?
Maybe after like half an hour of reading, I dustily slam one of these books closed and I go, I believe I have a book in my collection that will that has some information I think that will be useful. And I'm going to pop over to my house next door so I can use my lore library feature of my haven. So when I hit the books, I take a +1 forward to investigating the mystery, as long as historical or reference works are appropriate.
Okay. Great. So it sounds like you're going to investigate a mystery move. So you'll roll 2d6, add your sharp.
6.
Oh, okay. So that's a failure. You're actually quite positive that this probably isn't a wasp at all. People are just confused and they're not good at recognizing different insects. You're pretty sure it's a scorpion.
Mm-hmm. I relay that to the group. Actually, Valerie, now that I think a bit more about it, now that we've searched a bit, it does seem like perhaps it's just the regular uneducated populace again, confusing the local fauna and causing a sort of panic. Perhaps it isn't anything worth investigating any further.
Chase, were you doing some investigations at the same time?
I was, yeah. Okay, and I'm adding my sharp. Oh no! It's a 5.
Edith probably knows what she's talking about, and you maybe haven't won a lot of points with her so far, so maybe a good way to win some points with her would be to sort of follow her lead on this one.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to admit it, but I think you might be onto something, Edith. There's nothing about wasps on the dark web.
Well, all right. Well,
yeah.
Case closed then. Shall we adjourn?
Yeah. I don't know. You guys want to get a drink or something?
It's 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's tea time, if anything.
Well, you guys came out all this way. I can put on a pot of tea and we can just relax for a minute.
Sure.
All right. Sounds lovely.
I do think Val will grab whatever book she was looking at and bring it into the kitchen as she sets up everyone's tea and coffee. It could be kind of funny if she's the least invested. She could take a chance at investigating a mystery.
I'm fine with that. Go for it.
She's got a +1 sharp. Hey, that brings us up to an 8.
Incredible.
If you did flip open that book, what sort of topics would you be skimming for?
I imagine that Edith brought over books that might have been bestiaries or medical texts or historical cults about bugs, something. She kind of tried to play all the relevant bases. So I was looking through a beginner's guide to crypto entomology from the early 20th century and just kind of leafing through. It had pictures, which admittedly Val enjoyed. So she was kind of looking more for visual recognition for bees, wasps, stinging ants.
You happen to flip open to a part of this medical text specifically on beasts and monsters that can cause mental symptoms, like extrasensory mental symptoms. And you remember now, Edith perhaps mentioning at one point that people were speaking in sync, perhaps moving strangely in sync. This sparks in your mind that maybe you shouldn't be necessarily looking for a scorpion so much as you should be looking for things that can cause that more unusual symptom. So you have a list of questions, because you got between a 7 and a 9. You have a list of questions that you can follow up with.
I think right here at the beginning of the hunt and in the context of this scene, I certainly would want to ask, what sort of creature is it? And just get that on the table.
You turn the pages and you see a small illustration of a wasp-like creature. And there isn't a huge entry, and these are pretty esoteric books, so you're not going to get a lot of info, but you do see the word neurovesp. There is a small sort of diagram of a wasp. Its sort of stinger is indicated with a note about causing localized paralysis. And the entry mentions, this is a medical text, so it's specifically recommending that in cases where people seem confused, where people are suddenly showing extrasensory abilities they did not previously have, especially related to telepathy with other victims, that you should consider if perhaps neurovesps are the cause.
Interesting. I think Val is coming back from the kitchen into the living room. She has one mug like crooked in her elbow and 2 on different fingers in one hand, and this book in the other hand. She's very like dangerous, and liquids threatening to spill over the top. And she's busting in like, ooh, Edith, I think I did find something. Could this be anything that we're looking for? It's not a scorpion.
No, I told you it's not a wasp.
Oh, something about the description. I don't know. It seemed like you're the expert, I guess.
Right, let me take a look at that. Seems convincing. Right, of course. I wasn't thinking about the extrasensory, telepathic angle. No, Valerie. Excellent research.
Thanks. I mean, I like my book club. I always like to think I do my best.
Right. So, next steps then. Chase, perhaps you can triangulate if there were any overlaps in areas where people were attacked, or if they all had some sort of common place they came from.
Yeah. I'll take a look at some local police reports. I can hack into that system, see if they've got any information, and then also see what's going on, at the reserve, see if anyone's been talking about these guys. Should I just investigate again? Is it sharp?
It's plus sharp, yeah.
Hell yeah, that's a 10.
Woo!
Hey, that is better.
2 questions.
You're going to hold 2. Yeah.
So I want to know, can I, in asking where did it go, can that sort of be like, where was it seen?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, where has it been seen, or what do I learn
You do
about that?
a quick online search, and as this is a developing news story, there's some buzz about it on the web. You see a Reddit thread where someone has thrown up a news clip that was literally just aired, like they did a quick little screen grab, and you see a reporter talking outside of Merston Regional Hospital, saying that several victims have been brought in from suburbs on the south side of the city, bordering the university and the nature preserve, and they say all the known victims have been released from the hospital except for one man, a logger who suffered some serious stings and is still hospitalized. But all of the victims were specifically treated at Merston Regional.
Okay, so the symptoms they said already were that there's paralysis and people talking in unison. Was there any information about like how many were people swarmed by these things, or was it like individual attacks?
There were 7 known victims over a pretty widespread area. There is concern that there might have been other people who did not necessarily go to the hospital for a wasp sting.
Yeah. Okay.
But the reports you're hearing from the victims, the reports they gave that they were swarmed by large, glistening black wasps and were covered like they felt like they were like crawling over their face. They were stung several times. Their arms and legs started to go numb. Their tongue felt numb. And they all report splitting headaches.
And am I able to find anything about like reports similar to this from the past anywhere else? Like, has this happened before? Swarms of wasps in areas?
Notably, no. Not a single scrap. Nothing like this. Closest you could find is like if you're allergic to bees, you might like lose feeling in the limb you got stung with, but nothing like this where like there's some sort of extrasensory experience attached to swarming wasps.
Gotcha. Okay, I feel like you guys, I found all this. I don't know, should we go talk to the hospital guy maybe before just like going straight to where the wasps are? Because I don't want to get stung by wasps.
Right, I quite agree. Yes. Valerie, would you mind driving us to Merston Regional?
Yeah, it's one of the headlights is a little wonky ever since you know what, a few months ago, so I don't think we should stay out past sundown, but otherwise yeah, I'm good. Let's hop in.
No problem. Merston Regional isn't that far away. You head over there. You do hit a disappointingly thick traffic until, considering it's mid-afternoon, but then you remember the Fall Fun Fest is tonight. It's autumn equinox, and as per town tradition, the Fun Fest will be held tonight. You and your Rotary buddies have got to get ready to sell cider and ice cream and paint some kids' faces. And you blame the traffic on the coming fun fair until you get up closer to its source and you see there is some sort of protest, sort of blocking one of the major roads in the south of town. Is a string of not very many, maybe 6 or 7 at the most, protesters spread out as far as wide as they can, sort of linking arms across this street. They can mostly block it. And one of them has a bullhorn and has climbed on top of a police car and is shouting, and you hear a muffled, "We have to protect the mother tree! This is our heritage! We can't let them destroy our heritage! The magical heritage of the Merston witches must be protected at all costs! Protect the mother tree!" And that sort of thing, by this sort of scruffy, vaguely punk in a foppish kind of way, early 20s kid. You know, the protesters are really into it. Most of the people around don't seem to know what they're talking, what this mother tree is or what they'd be mad about. You see, just as you're getting close enough, the police have, because there's not many of them, they've kind of just shuffled them to one side of the street and are like letting cars pass one at a time. And just as you get up close, you see a black SUV pull up and someone get out of the back seat in a dark suit, sunglasses, sort of coiffed blonde hair, and a sort of probably 40-ish, maybe mid-30s man steps out of this SUV. And I'm actually going to say, Val, you would know who this is. This is Trent Halverson. He is the sponsor of, well, his business is the sponsor of the fun fair this year. He paid for the whole thing. It's very exciting. He's a land developer. He recently controversially purchased the logging rights to the soon-to-be defunct nature preserve outside of town, the logging of which has only recently been approved by state legislature. And everyone knows that his eventual goal is to develop the area into luxury housing. As of now, he only has the right to do environmentally responsible logging. No one has a lot of faith that the preserve will survive, but you feel however you feel. You're maybe crossing your fingers that it makes it. But Trent Halverson steps out of the SUV. Big cocky grin, does not seem concerned, and you see him go up like very calmly to this kid. and you can hear, Darren, we talked about this, buddy. If you want to talk, I'm so happy to talk with you. You just got to call the office and come in, kiddo. You can't be, hopping up on police cars. Officer, don't worry. Like, I'll take care of everything. Come on, Darren, you hop on down and we can chat. We can talk about this.
Edith goes to roll the window down, sees there's no roller, and very awkwardly presses the button until the window is all the way down, and then leans her head out and goes, "Let the children protest!"
Oh, Val's coming at it totally. She's not connecting the dots quite yet, so she's laying on the horn a little bit. She's like, don't these people know people got places to get to? Oh, good grief, come on, do it some other day, buddy.
This is why I always walk.
I mean, honestly, if these guys knew anything, they wouldn't be protesting. That's what they want you to do. That's how they get you on their lists and know how to track you down.
I'm obsessed with Chase.
This police officer is now kind of half-heartedly trying to get this Darren kid off of his car with knowing literally everyone is watching now. Darren is ignoring Trent when he's not calling him the devil, dodging this police officer. He then jumps off of the cruiser and starts dodging through traffic. He heard you, Edith, and starts moving towards the minivan.
Oh.
He's like, "Hey, lady, do you want a zine?"
Sure.
You can't take his drugs, Edith.
Why
he
not?
hands you an entire handful of strangely moist, slightly crumpled zines and says, "Also, feel free to say no. No means no, but could I have a ride real quick? Just real quick?"
We're headed to the hospital, so...
Oh, okay, yeah. Can I get in?
Seems fine with me. I don't know.
He
Darren
pops
was your
open...
name?
Darren
Right.
McKinney, environmental activist and keeper of the mother tree someday.
Right.
And you're passing out paper magazines. That's
Yes.
logical.
They're recycled. You flip through it. These are manuals from appliances that have a lot of blank pages. So he's filled in the blank pages with his zine.
Cool. Nah, I don't care.
He slides open. That's good enough. He slides open the sliding door of the minivan, jumps in, slams it, and says, "Let's go!"
What is going on? But Mr. Halverston's gonna see me letting this... it's the fun fair tonight. We can't be doing all this.
What do you mean?
Come on, Val. The kid needs a ride. He's going the same place as us.
The police are trying to wave you through traffic. They're it seems like they mostly just want this to go away more than they want to capture Darren. So they're great, go.
Flustered, she hits the gas a little too fast, and the minivan lurches forward through the intersection down the road at a pace.
As you pull out, this kid leans forward past you, Edith, and sticks his head out your open window and yells, "A-cab, assholes!" and just chucks a bunch of zines behind all of you as the van goes.
You can't say that. Oh my god.
Sorry, miss.
He does have a point. Darren, it was. Daryl?
Huh?
Darren.
Yeah.
Have you considered that people might take you and your message a little bit more seriously if you just kind of cleaned up a little bit?
I'm not buying into the capitalist agenda, lady.
Hell yeah,
Right.
Darren.
Well,
Hey, dude. And he, knuckle... What's it called? He, fist bumps Chase. Shut up. Fist bumps Chase.
One of those Antifa warriors that I saw on the news last night?
That's not a real thing. Anyway, let's go to the hospital. I bet that wasp thing that I just heard about on the news, I bet that is all because of the global warming that's caused by all the logging that, cutting down the nature preserves and whatnot. They probably made some sort of super wasp.
Yeah.
What, lady?
Could it be the global warming?
A lot of things are global warming.
right.
Valerie is turning up a CD of Michael Bublé in the system and just trying to kind of tune this out as she takes them the rest of the way to the hospital.
Darren just raises his voice a little. They're trying to cut down the mother tree, man. It's out there somewhere.
Oh, you don't know where the tree is?
No one
You
knows where the
lost
mother
it?
tree is, man. Well, I didn't lose it. Our ancestors lost it. Accountability, man.
Lost it. You can't lose a tree. It doesn't move.
And how do you know they're going to cut it down if you don't know where it is?
Well, we know it's in the nature preserve, and if they wipe it out, they log the whole thing, the mother tree's gone forever.
Nature preserve's not that big. You might not be looking hard enough.
Right.
Well, I'm not a great hiker. I've got the asthma.
Oh,
You know, did
my
you get
nephew had
vaccinated?
the asthma.
He pulls a vape out of his pocket. Vapes a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, I'd prefer you don't do that in the car, please.
Oh, sorry, lady. Thanks for picking me up. We really gave him the slip.
Did we? Why did you want a ride? I'm suddenly questioning.
I didn't want to go to jail.
Oh, you were trying to escape the cops.
Yeah, it seemed better than going to jail.
Mr. Halverson acted like he knew who you were.
Oh, yeah, that Halverson guy. We've talked. I chained myself to a tree last week. He didn't like it. He pretends to be all nice and stuff, but he's just, a capitalist cog in the machine.
Oh, he's a great guy. Yeah, he's funding the Fall Fun Fair tonight. Halverson Developments is a big sponsor for Pee Wee football. I mean, they give a lot back to this town. You gotta say, you can't deny that.
Well, they can't give back what they don't take from us in the first place, right, man? And he tries to fist bump Chase again.
I'm in for it. I like this guy.
You guys are gonna have raw knuckles by the end of this car ride.
Yeah.
You're pulling up to the hospital. He's like, okay, well, maybe check out that zine. He drops a couple more. Hops out just as the van stops moving. Thanks again. See you around.
If I leaf through the zine really quick.
Yeah, so it's not chock full of information, but it contains like a Bic pen sketch of a big, old, like droopy fir tree of some kind on the front. And it says in like that drippy goth high school font, Mother Tree.
Mm-hmm.
And there are pages on the Mother Tree's sap giving you access to a higher state of mental awareness. The Mother Tree's roots connecting to every other ancient tree, going back to the very first tree. The tree carrying the memories of our ancestors, sort of being the narrative keeper of the world's stories and wisdom. It's a little vague, but that's what you get. And there's quite a lot about protecting the Elders Grove Nature Preserve, because that is known to be the home of the Mother Tree. And that the Nature Preserve was set up specifically to protect one of the last groves of old growth hemlocks. The Mother Tree is out there. It's very I want to believe stuff.
Did either of you get a lick of what that ne'er-do-well was talking about? I can't understand people his age, frankly.
Oh, I completely agree with you, Valerie, but something about this Mother Tree and how Mr. Halverson is going to cut it down. But, trees are here and there, although have been known to be power sources throughout history. But what does strike me looking through this appallingly drawn pamphlet is the supposed connection that this tree offers. And we're here to talk to somebody who supposedly is mentally in some sort of sync with other people who have been stung by these wasps. So I wonder if there's some sort of connection there.
I'll give you that. It doesn't seem like no coincidence to me.
Well,
Yeah.
Shall we, children?
As we leave the SUV, the minivan, Val reaches into the glove compartment of the car and pulls out a second purse This one has some of her regular supplies, but also a very, very mishmashed array of crystals, quartzes, amethysts, bundles of herbs. Her approach to magic is still developing and still kind of anything that sticks sort of methodology. So she's got kind of a weird catch-all that she's kind of working her way through. Okay, I'm ready.
Wonderful. Yes, perhaps you'll be able to divine something.
You never know.
Right. Edith marches in the front door.
You can walk in to sort of the general hospital area. There's a front desk. What do you do? You're in the hospital.
March straight up to the front desk and go, "Good afternoon. Mary," reading the name tag.
That's Marcy. Marcy's. I'm sorry. My goodness, ma'am, you have just the most lovely accent.
Thank you. In service of that accent, we are here to speak with do we have his name? We don't have his name.
Nope.
I didn't ask the name.
We're here to speak with the victim of the wasp stings, dear. So if you could just give us their name and room number, that would be wonderful.
Oh dear, I'm sorry, darling. But honey, that's patient information that I can't just go handing out. Are you a reporter? We've had a few.
She kind of looks to Valerie and Chase. Yes, in fact, I am a journalist. I'm here on behalf of the BBC, and these are my assistants.
I'm going to say Chad has one of those, the thing that like Nathan Fielder has, the laptop thing, so he can type while he's walking around.
Nice.
Val has a fleece vest that has the Rotary Club logo embroidered on the breast, and it is surprising how far it can get you into some places in Merston.
All right, miss. Well, like I said, I can't hand out patient information, but...
Right, well, a room number where just, a random room number might not be patient information, so if you could just, write down the number. We were never here, Marcy, dear.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I take my job very seriously. Do you want to make a move about this?
What is your job exactly?
I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse here, ma'am.
Oh, you're a nurse, but you're sitting behind the desk here.
Yes, well, someone has to take the calls and direct traffic. We take turns, ma'am.
I see. All right. Well, if you're a nurse, Marcy, then perhaps we'll go speak to somebody, some sort of head nurse or something.
You are welcome to try, ma'am. If you would like to wait, I will let my supervisor know that you would like to speak with them.
That's quite all right if you just point me towards their office.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but we don't let people just waltz into the head nurse's office, but I will attempt to make an appointment for you.
Right. Well, in that case, I have to visit a relative on the 4th floor anyway. So, shall we? Reporters, aides. I'm the reporter.
Yeah, your aunt. Yeah, let's go check her out, see how she's doing. Yeah.
Thank you, Marcy.
Do you want to try manipulate someone just to see how this lands with Marcy and how helpful or much of a roadblock she's going to be?
Yes, sure. With that -1, it's a 5.
Oh, you see a look cross her face in this sort of Midwestern charm way where, like, she goes very, like, angry mom for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I would love to have someone escort you to your relative's room, ma'am. What was the relative's name?
Oh, that won't be necessary, but thank you, Marcy.
It will be necessary. I would love for you to have a seat while I have security escort you wherever you would like to go.
Can I try to step in here for a second? I was gonna, well, I don't want to step on toes too much, but I was gonna sort of take a different approach and be like, Marcy, how long have you been working here?
A very long time.
And how many times have you gotten a raise? Sorry, I know I'm being
We're
blunt.
not allowed to talk about that anymore.
Yeah, you know why you're not allowed to talk about that? It's because they don't want your... You're not unionized, and they don't want you to know how much Joe Schmo down the hall is making when you're working your ass off and taking shifts at the front desk, which isn't even part of your job description.
She gets this look. Are you one of the union reps?
You know? I am, and I'm here to help you out. But the problem is, in order to get things moving around here, I got to be able to investigate a little more what's going on, what's going wrong. All of that. You know, we tried this first tactic here. It was no good. You can't blame us for trying, but I see you, and I see how hard you work and what you're doing. And I feel like maybe if I got a little more information, I could get you guys on that list to have a meeting with one of my higher-ups, and then who knows what'll happen. Things could get better.
I'll tell you for free, this person really wants to unionize, so as blatantly stupid as that argument is, she really wants it to be true. So I'm going to have you roll manipulate someone to see if you can pull this off. Is anybody high charm?
Manipulate is charm. Oh no. 6.
No. Valerie,
Okay.
save us.
I have a +1 charm, but I don't know.
Oh, honey, it's been a long day. I don't necessarily have time to argue with you right now about why you're not a union representative, so I'm going to go about my business. And I would really appreciate it if the three of you could respect my time and the sanctity of this hospital's job in protecting its patients, and if you could either find a legitimate reason to be here or be on your way.
I think
Just roll it.
I slow turn to Valerie.
I'm going to say if anyone makes another attempt with this nurse and it goes poorly, security is going to escort you out of the building.
Yeah, that's super fair.
For sure. I think maybe Valerie wants to resort to some magic here because she senses that the time for the cheeky lie is sort of past. I'm wondering if I could try jinxing a target.
Ooh. Say more about that.
I love that.
Yeah, I can encourage coincidences to occur the way I want them to.
That's so cool.
One of the effects to interfere with what a monster minion or bystander is trying to do. So maybe I could kind of like create some sort of magical distraction to get Marcy away from the desk and the door.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Val is going to... she's probably drifted away during these comfortable attempts to work with Marcy, and she's rooting around in that second purse she brought out of her car. I'm going to roll with weird. And that is a 7. So that takes us
Good
over.
enough!
Woo.
So, what are you saying? What are you doing?
She is going to have there's a little drawstring bag in that purse. She pinches it open and pulls out a pinch of this odd green colored dust. And she rubs it between her fingers a little bit and then surreptitiously blows it over in Marcy's direction.
Okay. So what's the effect you're going for?
I think I'm just sort of trying to lightly stun or confuse her, give her a few minutes of brain fog so she won't really pay too close attention to who's coming and going. Nothing too harmful.
Okay. You see a sort of green haze go over her eyes for just a second. And then she sort of turns toward the board of, like, bells for people's room. Like the nurse button you could push. And she pushes one as if it had been flashing. And sort of stands up quite hurriedly and hurries off down the hall as if she's headed to someone's patient room.
Well done, pal.
I just started figuring that one out. I think it went pretty well. She might have a bad nosebleed later.
That was pretty dope, though.
Thanks, guys. Let's
get out of here. Right.
Yeah.
To the elevators, and we'll find where this person is staying.
Wait, if she's left the desk, can I just hop on the computer really quick?
You can try. You don't know how long you have.
I think we should get out of here, Chase.
Okay.
Can't you just... Perhaps there's a trail of police here that we could follow. Go in the elevator and hit all of the buttons so we can pop our head out on every floor and see if there's any cops.
I'm sure it's not that big a hospital, ultimately.
Smart. Does someone want to roll just a straight luck check to see how many floors you have to go up before you find
Yeah.
the right one? And this is the amount of time you take. I'll tell you, you did roll a 7. Keep that in mind mechanically. The amount of time you take in this hospital is maybe going to matter.
Yeah.
Who wants to do a luck check?
I'll do it.
I'd roll
our leader.
just 1d6.
Okay. Okay, it fell on the floor.
Not that one.
5.
You have nearly searched the whole hospital when you finally poke your head out on the 5th floor of this 6th-floor building.
If he's not here, we should just burn the hospital down. Find him as he flees. No? Too drastic. All right.
Immediately as the doors open, you see sitting down the hall, just like a beat cop, a uniform cop, sitting in the hall, slumped in a plastic chair. His walkie is like quietly in a garbled sort of way. You hear some chatter, and he is openly doing Sudoku.
I huddle everybody tight. I go, so admittedly, my approach with the nurse at the front door was not fruitful. So what is our play with this police officer?
Well, now that we're, past the front door, the police will think someone let us in. We could try to just bluff past and say we're friends.
Right.
It would help if we knew the guy's name, but is there a name? There's not a clipboard.
You haven't
outside the
seen
door?
a name, but you did roll really, really well earlier to get information. So if you want to hop online real quick and investigate, do the investigating history roll, I'd say you could do it again.
Well, 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you find it immediately. His name is, and I for sure know it. Hold on. Hank Dabrowski.
I feel like maybe Val, you should be the relative, because I don't know, people probably like you, and Edith's British, so what's she even doing here? Is what people think.
What?
He might be related to Sheila Dubrowski, honestly, actually.
Okay.
Wonderful. We don't know who that is.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you didn't know my friend Sheila Dubrowski.
Right. Yes, lead the way, Valerie, please.
Val saunters up, looking totally in place, and I think she'll, rather than try to make it a subtle sneaking past, it's way more believable that she would want to stop and bend the cop's ear, and she goes, "Oh wow, this is that new Halverston wing, eh? They just opened it about 4 or 5 years ago. It's beautiful."
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, beautiful hospital, beautiful day. How are you? That's good to hear.
Oh, wonderful, thank you, and you as well. This is Hank's room.
Oh yeah, you here to visit?
Yeah, he just asked us to bring some stuff, drop him off.
All right. Well, I'm supposed to be taking a sort of roll call of anybody who stops in to see Hank. So, can I have your names, please?
Well, I'm Val Blattner.
Val Blattner. What about you, young man?
Kyle. Corridor.
Kyle, what now?
Corridor.
Corridor. Is that spelled how I think it's spelled?
Yep.
With Spanish,
All right.
I think.
Yeah, just all the right amount of R's.
Exotic.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you, fancy lady. He tips his police cap.
Edith, shifty eyes, and when Chase says that, she goes, Judith Hallman.
Judith Hallman. Wow, you're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm not.
Just an exotic group in here today. What an exciting day for Hank. All right, well, you head right in there.
Exotic group? What do you mean by that?
Well, you got, a Spanish name and whatever your accent is.
Ah, I see. Right. Yes, quite exotic.
Guess we should bring this stuff in then to Hank.
Sure, that's nice of ya. You go right in.
All right, cool.
We shut the door behind us.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble in there.
He's a charmer.
You really do have a way with people, Valerie.
Yeah.
Oh, I grew up here, so my whole life it's in my blood. What can I say? Chase, I think if you showed just a little bit more civic pride, it'd do wonders for you.
Civic pride. No, man. No way. Do you see them trying to get me on their list just now?
I have to say, I agree with Chase.
All right, okay.
Hank awake?
Yeah.
You walk in, and the man you assume is Hank. It's a private room. He's in it's a pretty standard hospital room. It's fairly small because it's for one person. Everything has that hospital smell that's like industrial cleaner and just an undercurrent of people. And you see a sort of probably 45-year-old man built like a frickin' tank. Just a big guy with like a good like you know those big like, built guys who like have like a insulating layer over what you know is a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
So he's one of those, and he's still got a hospital gown up top, but he's trying to pull on a pair of pretty weathered and not very clean, like heavy duty work jeans. And you walk in, and he like sort of tries to cover himself, and he like climbs back in the bed and pulls the blanket on. I am so sorry there, ma'am. I am so sorry. Can I help all of you? Are you lost?
Should you be up?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get going. I got a job to get to. I just, I've been here a long time. I gotta go back to my job. I gotta get back out to that login job we got going.
But surely you can't be leaving until the doctor says so, right? You're still on bed rest, we thought.
Well, doctors. What do they know? I gotta
Right?
get back to Mother. I gotta get to the. You almost see him get caught in this little loop for a second, and he starts getting out of the hospital bed again, but he's a little wobbly.
Did you say back to Mother?
Sorry, ma'am? Oh, no, my she passed a long time ago.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
Val's gonna try to gently but physically try to bring him back to the bed and sort of keep him there and encourage him to lay down.
It's not difficult. He's, despite his size, and you can tell is probably a pretty strong constitution, he's a little pale, and he does like lean back into the pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, miss, for causing all this trouble. I didn't mean to. All these people making a fuss. I heard there were some reporters here earlier. I don't even know much.
Oh, you're all right. My friend Judith Hallman's gonna get you a cup of water.
Oh, I would so appreciate that, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. I take the hint and don't say anything. Pour the water.
I'm sorry, I didn't even ask your names.
Jack.
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 Nice to meet you, Jack.
Judith Hallman. Pleasure.
Judith Hallman. He's shaking everyone's hands.
Pleasure. Of course.
Hi.
Yeah, and I'm Val. You're related to Sheila, aren't you? You got her nose.
Oh, Sheila's my cousin. You know Sheila?
I do know Sheila. I'm Val. I'm her friend Val.
Sheila's a good egg.
Oh yeah, I mean she got into her spot of trouble a few years ago, but she's right as rain now.
Can I help you folks?
Yeah, you got stung by a wasp, they say?
Yeah. He starts scratching in his neck, and you do see there's like gauze bandages taped over a spot on his neck, over here. There's even one up by like his ear. There's like several, like his whole chin is sort of taped up like this. And you see like some redness eking out the edge over here towards his nose. And he's sort of scratching the back of his neck. And he's like, yeah, sometimes when you're out there logging, you run into all sorts of things. I've seen black bears, I've seen coyotes, you see these things, but the insects are usually more of a nuisance than the real threat, I'm not even allergic. I've never had an allergy in my life, and then I'm just out there doing my job, bringing home the bacon, trying to provide for my family, and I'm running one of the bulldozers, just clearing some land so we can get our loggers in a little deeper, get this job done. And what do you know, just as we break ground, this whole swarm comes out of the trees, and just they were everywhere. Don't even know how they got in the truck. And just I could feel them everywhere. I never felt nothing like that, just all over me, for a second.
Wow.
And he pauses, like, should I be saying this to these people? Now, I don't want to seem crazy, but I really thought for a second that they had crawled into my nose and mouth and eyes and ears and were just, I thought I could feel them right up the back of my throat, right up my nose. But,
Horrific.
and I did cough right fierce, but, I'm pretty sure, one of them probably just flew up the old nostril, the old bat cave, and it just, probably just felt a little strange. I'm sure that's all that was. If I could just get rid of this headache, I'd be right as rain.
Where did this happen? You were logging? Do you know exactly where you were logging?
Well, the main dig site. Over,
Right.
I guess it used to be a nature preserve. I'm sorry, I was never much one for local geography.
The Elder Grove Nature Preserve.
Oh, I think that was it. Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
protests. They don't appreciate
Right.
how hard we work and how we're just doing our job.
Of course.
We don't make these decisions. We gotta bring home the bacon, protect our families, protect Mother. We gotta protect. We gotta protect.
Hank, and I kind of
Huh?
splash a little water at him.
Oh, yes, man. I'm sorry. Was my face dirty?
No, you seemed warm. I was wondering, you seem to have sustained so many stings from these creatures. Are they all sort of localized around your head, or are there, forgive the uncouth question, but are there anywhere else about your body?
Oh, I got a few on my arms and legs, but really, man, I guess it's because, we cover up so much. We're wearing work gloves and long sleeves and work boots and such. I imagine that's why, but they got inside my shirt. I felt them all over my face. So yeah, the doctors say a lot of stings around the back of my neck and right around my face.
Val has a move called the Sight. You can see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm quite curious to see, based on what Hank has said, if there is still one or more wasps inside of him.
I'm gonna flavor this a bit. I'm gonna say you don't see it so much as almost hear it. It's like whenever he speaks, whenever he opens his mouth, you hear just the quietest droning buzz. Just a little bit. And it feels deep. There's some primal, no touchy, get away feeling that sort of crawls up the back of your throat as you hear this sound.
She instinctively swats at her own ear as though a bug had been buzzing around her head, and kind of backs up a little bit, bumping her bum into the corner of the little nightstand table. She says, Judith,
Right, yes.
I think it'd be worth, if there's anything we can do to kind of give Mr. Dubrowski another checkup. This is what we were looking for sure.
It is. Well, Hank, you said you wanted to leave here, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Gotta get back out there.
Right. I mean, this doesn't feel ethical. But if we could get him back to my place, I do have some supplies which we could use to investigate. Is that what you meant, Valerie?
If you have tools, I mean, that'd be good.
For what sort of?
No, it makes sense. I just wonder how we sort of get him out the door.
It's a little weird. We learned about the mother tree, and then there's this wasp thing, and then he's saying mother a bunch. I don't know. Just that's the way my mind works. I see these connections.
Nothing gets past you, Chase.
No.
As while you've all been talking in the corner in a huddle with Hank in the room, he's gotten that glassy-eyed look again, and he's sort of stumbling, sort of trying to put those filthy work pants back on again.
Well, if we leave him here, he's just going to wander off and get himself hurt anyway. I think you two are right. We should go with him or take him somewhere if he's willing to let us.
Right. Didn't the officer outside the room say he was due for a break or something? No, he was just taking roll. Perhaps one of us can distract him, and then the other two get Hank into the elevator?
Yeah.
That's smart thinking, yeah.
Shall I be the distraction?
I mean, your accent seems to put people off a bit, in a good way. You know.
Put them off.
Intriguing. They're intrigued. They're intrigued.
I've lived here for 30 years. I don't understand.
Well, you would never know it, and people get excited.
Look, thank you, Chase. Thank you. I do try to retain my dignity.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. I'll distract the cop. Then
Hank, at this point, has his pants on. He didn't quite do the zipper, but he's got like one of those white undershirts on that like our dads all wore. The undershirt is kind of stuck out through the open zipper, and he's got his feet in the wrong, his shoes on the wrong feet, but he looks like he's going. So
yeah,
Val is totally instinctively like helping him get his arms in the right sleeves, shoes on the right feet. Like that's just complete second nature to her.
okay, I'm gonna go outside, I guess. Outside the room.
yeah, you are.
I was hoping somebody else would talk me out of it, but hey.
This is way better.
Okay. I'm gonna like turn and close the door really nice and smooth, and go, Officer, I'm so sorry. I don't believe we got your name.
Officer Foster, ma'am.
Officer Foster. What a lovely historied surname. Officer Foster. Unfortunately, it seems like Mr. Dabrowski, Hank, our friend Hank, has had a little bit of an accident in there, and I was wondering if you could come help me tell the appropriate people. I'm not really sure with whom I should speak.
Oh boy, the poor guy. I'm sure he's embarrassed. We don't need to make a big thing of it. He's not well, of course. Now, I'm not really supposed to leave this post here, so I'm going to need you to use the manipulate someone move, unless there's another move you want to argue for.
Is there another move that I want to argue for?
I would take act under pressure.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Edith feels a lot of pressure, let me tell you.
Sure.
She's not good at lying. Act under pressure. Okay. That's a 10, baby.
Woo!
Hey!
9 plus 1.
Edith.
So he starts to say, I'm not really supposed to leave my post, but
I
you know,
understand.
that poor guy,
know,
he's been through so much, he
quick.
deserves a little dignity. Let's make sure
Exactly.
he gets it. Let's go
Thank
talk
you
to
so
somebody.
much, Officer Foster.
Yes. And he walks with you down the hall, headed to like this floor's nurse desk. Nurse. The way's clear if you guys want to make an escape attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like cough really loudly twice as we walk past the door.
Do we arm in arm him, Val? Just sort of get him going.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm going to need you to use some kind of move to see if you get him out of the hospital without anything happening.
Feels like act under pressure.
Yeah, that's what I would suggest.
And we got to go out like a back door. Can one of us do
Sure.
it and the other one help out?
That's a great idea.
How's your cool?
Very bad. No, it's a +1.
I got a 0, so you take this.
Okay, and then you help me out?
Yeah.
Woohoo! I got a 9. +1, I got a 10.
You already said you were helping, so I want to see how that works out.
Yeah,
Okay.
see how much you can
Because
help.
I have to help with cool, which is like, you know. We make it through on a 7. That's a +1 to Chase's roll.
So it's technically an 11. So yeah, it doesn't change anything, but it's awesome.
But it's awesome. And Val, the way you give this +1 is just as you're reaching the elevators, you hear a nurse or someone say, "I'm sorry, excuse me, hi, are you here? What's up? Who are you?" It's just a confused nurse being like, "What's happening?" So Chase has an opportunity to get Hank into the elevator, but Val, you're going to have to run interference.
Sure. I think it's just easy to sow confusion and be like, oh gosh, we were just upstairs visiting one of the rooms on the 5th floor, and one of the patients there, I think there's been a bit of a bathroom situation. So we were trying to find a nurse to help out. Do you think you could get someone up there? It's pretty bad, if I'm being honest.
Oh dear. What room?
Oh gosh, it was it was on the 5th floor. It was on the right-hand side. You'll smell it, trust me.
Yeah, I will let I will let someone know.
And actually,
Thank you.
where's the nearest bathroom? Just because I'm going to need to wash my hands and freshen
Oh,
up.
right down the hall, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. And she beelines to the bathroom. Hopefully Chase can make it back to the parking lot and we can meet up.
Yeah, so you're all split up at the moment, but Chase has the slightly confused Hank who's beginning to wonder. He's having moments of like true lucidity where he's like, why am I leaving and why am I going with this weird 20-something kid? Like and Edith, you have approached the nurse's station with the cop. Val, you're in a bathroom. Edith, it's been a minute, so let's talk to you.
Okay, I think. God, she doesn't know what the fuck to do. I think she's gonna try to play it straight, right until, like, say the same thing to the head nurse, like there was an accident. Like, can you please come, whatever. And then as they're both walking back to the room, like kind of fall behind them and then try to run.
As you are speaking to this nurse, you see she's sort of like straightening up some papers or something and sitting. As you walk up and start speaking to her, telling her about this bathroom incident, she'll say, "Oh, yes, ma'am, I will get right on that." And you see she straightens the papers. She kind of straightens the papers. Then she straightens the papers. And you look down the hall, and there's a nurse walking with a clipboard. And she's straightening the papers. And then you look at the nurse at this station, and the nurse is straightening the papers. And the steps of the nurse perfectly match the tap of this pen that the nurse has, that your station has. The straightening of the papers in the nurse's hand perfectly match the nurse at the nurse's station. Something is wrong. Val, you're in this bathroom. There is what looks like an orderly and probably just someone visiting a patient. They both, as you walk in, sort of take a deep breath, glad to have a moment. You see these two people step in sync up to the sinks. Whoops. And turn on the water. They're washing their hands. They're washing their hands. They're washing their hands. They turn off the water. They fix their hair. They turn. They walk towards you. They don't even really see you. They walk out the door. They were perfectly synchronized.
She's weirded out. She gives it 10 seconds so they're not on the outside of the door trying to get her. And then after that, she makes her way to the front door of the hospital as fast as she can.
Edith and Val, I'd say you reach the front of the hospital around the same time. And around this time, Chase, Hank is becoming more and more agitated. And he says, I gotta get back to the job, buddy. I gotta go.
No, that's great. The job. You want to get back to your job, like where you came from? Sure. Yeah. Let's. And
I gotta get back to the. He's like almost sneezes, and you hear like a zzz for a second. And Edith and Val, this is about when you step out of the hospital, and he's like protesting, doesn't want to get in the van, it seems, and he's coughing harder and harder, like. Like, and he starts to gag, and then he's like coughing up like strange grayish phlegm, and then
I pull out
There's
my
this
handkerchief.
horrendous noise, this horrendous, like, retching noise, and a swarm of wasps is ejected from his sinuses. He sort of drops to his knees, still coughing, and the wasps head toward... Let's have all of you roll. Everybody roll 2d6.
Oh no! 4.
Yeah.
4,
Six.
4, and 6. Let's have Edith and Chase roll again.
Good luck.
7.
3. Chase, it makes sense. You're right next to him.
Yeah.
The wasps head right for your face. And that is where we will take a break.
So, should Chase get his face stung off by some wasps?
Yeah. I have a
Yes.
plan for what I want to try.
So, Chase, this swarm is going for your face. What do you do?
I want to take my laptop and try to smash a few of them in it.
Ooh.
No, the laptop.
I know. It's just what his instinct is. He's going to be very sad about it, no matter what
He
happens.
just got the wine out.
I know. But I don't know what that is in terms of a mood.
I would say that is either kick some ass, or because this is the first thing, like your instinctive reaction, I would take act under pressure.
Okay, let's see here. Which one's better for me? I'm not cool, but I'm definitely not tough. I'm cooler than I am tough. So I'm going to try to act under pressure. 9, 10.
Oh,
All 10s.
great. Anything you want to happen now happens. So,
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to smash them and then, like, immediately go, damn it. And just sort of slowly open it. Oh.
because it is a swarm, I'm going to say you don't necessarily get every wasp, but you got upwards of 50%, and the rest are immediately going to scatter.
Try to catch one.
You try to catch one. Look what happened to my laptop. What I did.
It's gross. They're big. They're oozy. The shells are like weirdly hard, so they didn't smush so much as like crack.
I like to think I take out of my bag or something one of those air things, and I'm trying to like the keyboard.
It's just creating like a slime across the laptop.
Let me collect some of that.
Val could try to catch a live wasp as it flees.
Sure. What would that be?
I'm looking at the lovely and long list of potential effects of use magic.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is to trap a specific person, minion, or monster.
Oh.
There you go. That's exactly what you're doing. So
This is pulling out a little tiny thin rod of like hematite, that kind of iron, like brittle metal, and crunching it in her fist.
Ooh.
Wow, that is an 11. Wait, that's before.
Oh,
That's
Hell
before
yeah.
my stat. That's actually a 13. That's crazy.
okay. Great. Describe to me how you catch this thing, and then I will come up with an added benefit.
So she's quite put off. Obviously, when Hank sneezes up this big cloud of wasps, she backs up. She sees Chase slam the laptop on half of them. They start to scatter away. She's rummaging in her purse as Edith is calling out desperately to catch one of them. And she focuses on maybe a cluster of 2 or 3 that are zooming towards her. She smashes or snaps this rod of metal in her fist, and the wasps just become stuck, fixed in midair. And so she can pull a Tupperware out from her purse, throw out 2 dry baby carrots that are in there, and then just scoop them over the wasp and tighten it.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. I'm going to say the added benefit here. Do you have any ideas?
I wonder if something was going to happen to Hank as a result of this big expulsion, that having some of the wasps around could maybe make him more, like we could maybe command him or make him more pliable to our will a little bit.
That's a great idea. As he's still hacking, coughing on his hands and knees, and he kind of stands up, kind of drearily wipes an arm across his nose and mouth, very clouded over, hazy eyes, just looks up, looks at you, looks at the wasps, looks at you, keeps looking at you.
Hank, honey, how you feeling? Oh, good. Well, why don't we get you in the back seat there now? Why don't you sit down for a minute and catch your breath?
He stands up, walks to the van, kind of bumps into the closed door.
Fumbles for the keys, gets the door open. Looking over at Edith and Chase a little bit like, is he okay?
Chase, get in the back with him, and
Okay.
can I have scooped some of the goopy wasps into like a little plastic bag or something?
Yeah, I mean, easy to do. You have lots of it.
Edith, did you want to take him back to your place, or I think we were also talking maybe about just going straight to the woods?
No, I think we should do at least a cursory examination of both Hank and perhaps these creatures. Verify for certain whether these are the neurovesps, and then see what we can find on where they come from or why they attack people.
Whew. Okay, that's a plan then. She'll put this Tupperware with the wasps that I imagine over the course of the drive are going to stop being frozen slowly. She puts it in the cup holder next to the front seat of the van, because where else is she going to put it? And she pulls out of the hospital parking lot and starts driving back towards Edith's house.
Traffic has cleared up in the areas where you're driving. You're not really too close to the fairgrounds right now, which you know is going to be a mess because that's where everyone's headed right now for the fun fair.
Oh crap, Edith!
What?
Would it be okay if I just dropped you off only because it's the fall fun fair tonight and I told the girls I'd be there to help out?
Oh, come on, Val. We're like adventuring. So we got a mystery. There's wasps going in people's mouths and stuff.
Right. Where exactly is the fairground in relation to the nature preserve?
On the same side of town. It's on the side of town where, like, the fairgrounds, the university, and the nature... Like, the fairgrounds and university both butt up against the nature preserve. Then you kind of have the rest of town.
When do you have to be there? Can we be, like, an hour late?
Yeah, it'll be fine. I can make it all work. You know what? Forget I said anything. Let's just Hank's more important. Let's get this taken care of.
Right.
So you arrive back at Val's home, no problem. Or are you going to Edith's?
We're going to Edith's because we want to use her sanctum.
Yeah.
Go to Edith's home, no problem. It's easy enough to get Hank inside and comfortable. Is there any, like, cursory examination or information you want to look up real quick?
I want to do a Google image search. And I'm gonna I'll use my phone because I assume my laptop is kind of janky now. So I'll take a picture.
You're gonna need a deep clean of that keyboard.
Yeah. So I'll do a deep Google image search on my phone of the wasp. Take a picture of the wasp and do a reverse image search.
Perfect. You will need to do a move about it.
Yep. Is the investigation again, I guess?
I would say so.
Alrighty. Uh-oh. Well, I can already tell you it didn't work. That was a 3. And it doesn't matter what my plus is. Sharp.
It does not.
It's a 5. Yeah.
Okay.
No one's ever seen this on the internet.
No, actually, notably, there's a notable lack of information to a mysterious degree. I would say you get like less than a page of Google results, which is bizarre. One of the only ones you get that like doesn't have like an expired security license, like that your web browser doesn't just block, is like a little homemade blog that has a lot of like, it looks like a very spiritual woman has put together this website about the Merston witches, actually.
Oh.
But you have no idea. You cannot figure out why this website has been pinged for this image result.
I don't know if Val quite caught it, but wasn't the protester mentioning something about the Merston witches?
Sure was.
The website also is largely an ad for a Madame Odette, who is a local witch and spiritualist who seems to reside in Merston.
Okay, well, I'll sort of be like, well, this is useless. I don't know, seems like something you might be interested in, though, Val. I'll hand it to Val.
Yeah, would I have heard of Madame Odette?
Yes. Specifically because Madame Odette is one of the vendors who purchased a tent at the fun fair to read tarot cards.
Ooh.
Val is very here for Madame Odette. She is a true believer. She jabs excitedly at the phone and goes, "Oh, look, Chase. She's going to be at the fun fair tonight. She's a real powerful Wiccan, you know."
Oh no.
That's cool. I'm happy for you, Val.
Well, maybe she knows something about these nasty wasps. I mean, her website came up on your device.
Oh. I mean, I guess it's worth a shot. You know, if it's not, I didn't see a clear link between the two, but I don't know if we have any other leads to go by. What do you think, Professor?
I suppose we'll have to go to the fun fair.
Should we tie up Hank and leave him here, or bring him along?
Oh gosh.
Hank is staring at the Tupperware of wasps.
Mm-hmm. We could have put him in the panic room.
Oh yeah.
That would keep him safe for a few days.
You do have that panic room there. That's smart. So it sounds like we take a quick little pit stop to the fun fair. We check out and see if any other victims are around. We talk to the wonderful Madame Odette. And then I make sure my volunteer duties are attended to. And we drive over to the nature preserve in plenty of time.
That sounds fine to me. I usually don't like going to anything with these like city-funded type of events. You know where they get that money from. But if it's going to help us get to the end goal.
Oh, from Mr. Halverston.
Right. From Mr. Halbert.
Right. Yeah, he seemed like a real cool guy.
The irony is just sailing. Yeah.
I guess, I mean, Edith wants to get to work now. Since we have a confirmation, she's looking through her books again, specifically for any information on the origins of neurovesps, how they might be, if there's anything specific, like weapon-wise, that we need to fight them, anything like that.
Yeah, let's make a move about it.
Great. Let's investigate.
Yeah.
Great.
We could also, test things on Hank or, look at
Oh,
stimuli
yeah.
if we have that.
Oh, that's smart.
I like that idea.
So I got a total of 9.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say on this initial roll, you figure out why it's so hard to find information on neurovesps and why what you're finding is so old and esoteric.
Mm-hmm.
Neurovesps are a theoretical, at this point, species that, if it was ever seen, hasn't been seen for upwards of 1,000 years.
Oh,
This is like
ancient
old
creature.
stories of neurovesps.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly you find another couple of mentions in medical texts about treating victims of neurovesps.
Mm-hmm.
You find a couple of entries in bestiaries about magical and cursed creatures.
Mm-hmm.
What you gather on this initial roll is no one was in modern times was sure they were real. It was assumed that a lot of what they are supposed to be capable of was a misunderstanding or exaggeration.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have a hold.
What are we thinking? Is there a question that's burning in our minds?
Do you want to know how to help Hank and other victims? Do you want to know how to find them? Do you want to know how to fight them? Do you want to know what their weaknesses
Oh
are?
God.
Yeah, what can hurt it feels like we know they're going to
I wanna
get
know
into
what hurts
brains. They're going to kind of turn people into hive mind kind of creatures. So
Yes.
how do we stop it?
How do we,
You find one very old entry in a very esoteric book that doesn't make a ton of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you find an old entry that feels more like lore or mythology than a scientific
Mm-hmm.
recording about. It feels like a story. It's this story of a coven that bound the neurovesps to a source. It just says a source, capital S.
Mm-hmm.
And you know from your studies that a source usually is just kind of a general term, kind of outdated term for like
Mm-hmm.
a magical location or object.
Mm-hmm.
Bound to a source with a ritual that basically put them in hibernation, magical sleep. So they bound it to this tree using a ritual, and you have the basic idea of what this ritual was based on this text. Now I want each of my players, I was excited about this too, I want each of my players to contribute one idea for what was involved in this ritual.
Ooh.
I got something gross.
Give me
want
Which is the Merston witches each put a glob of sap of the mother tree in their mouths and let the wasps eat it out of their open mouths.
Disgusting.
That's very disgusting. I love it.
Yeah, so good. I was going to say they made a ring of, what was the tree? Hemlock? They made a ring of hemlock, like stakes around the mother tree, and that somehow magically created like a force field that kept the wasps bound.
He's inside,
Creepy.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they also, to help the tree grow and be a place, they would cut their hands open to sort of put their blood into the soil. So the area around the tree always smelled a little. What is it? The blood smells like? It's not sulfur.
Iron?
Irony. So there's always a faint smell of iron.
Okay, love that. You get these details
Okay.
from this old text, so you know one way to defeat these wasps is to bind them with a
Bind them.
ritual.
Got it. Okay.
I'd say you also get, there are notes about like they don't like the things wasps normally don't like. They don't like fire, and if they are exposed to extreme cold, they will go to sleep.
I did take the preparedness move.
Ooh.
Could I roll to see whether I have some tanks of dry ice, like whatever the thing? What is that called?
Nitrogen, liquid nitrogen.
Oh,
That's
sure.
what it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Liquid, like canisters of liquid nitrogen.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay. So I roll plus sharp. Come on. So that's a 9 total. On a 9, I have it, but not here.
Where is it?
It's probably in like a chest in my office at the university.
So, you know what you need, you know where it is, you also know you need to go to the fun fair. What's happening? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Should we loop by the university real quick and then go to the fun fair to get the thing?
Right. I mean, they're all sort of.
They
in
are
sync.
actually right next to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
We can
Yeah, let's do
hop
it.
out. I'll run to my office and find you at the fair.
Perfect.
Let's put Hank in the panic room. And I do like, I don't know, the like switch or something is hidden like on the bottom side of a shelf, like under some padding and whatever. And the door opens in. It's a pretty standard panic room, but there's
That's your
also
run of the mill.
yeah, run-of-the-mill panic room. It's got like a little fridge, like one of those sideways fridges and whatever. But also in the back, there's just a full drum kit. And Edith kind of shoves Hank inside and closes the door.
What's that drum kit about?
Well, the room is sound insulated, as you know, and sometimes it helps to relieve some pressure, let's say.
Professor, are you a rocker? Is there like a secret past? Were you like
No.
hanging out with the Beatles? I don't know how old you are.
Let's
We're
go.
locking Hank in the panic room and we're going to
Right.
the south side of town.
Yes.
Great. Let's do
Paul
it.
McCartney and Ringo are going. They're fine.
So you discuss the Beatles and how old Edith is or isn't as you trundle across the short distance across town to the south side of town, towards the fairgrounds. Traffic's a little congested, but you find a parking spot easy enough. Big dusty dirt lot that they use for parking for this type of thing. Easy enough to swing by Edith's university office and grab the liquid nitrogen and fire extinguishers, any other coal producing thing you might want to grab. It does slow you down a bit, so the fun fair is in full swing. When you arrive, it's busy. It's probably an hour or more in. Val, you have a couple of texts in the group chat, the WhatsApps, about reminding volunteers in a passive-aggressive way to check in when they arrive.
Oh.
Yeah, where are you headed? What you doing?
Yeah, Val would start by heading to the volunteer volley, as we call it in the industry, the HQ, to check in with her fellow volunteers and make sure she can smooth any ruffled feathers. You guys don't have to come for that; it won't be interesting or relevant. But if you want to figure out if you can track down any of the other victims of the neurovesp, that could be good.
Yeah, I can just start sort of wandering around, seeing if I see anyone coughing or saying mother a lot.
Right. Yes, why don't we roam about?
Do you want the specimen to hang on to?
Yes. Yes.
Not me. I've touched enough of that goo for the day.
Yes. I'll keep it in my breast pocket and like walk around kind of trancy, just saying, mother, mother.
Okay, Val, you head to the volunteer tent. You immediately encounter Cheryl Green, who is... You don't know the word frenemy, but that's the She is a little too bossy, and in your opinion, cares a little too much about being in charge and not quite enough about just getting the job done the best way. Mm-hmm. Also, her hair is a little bit better than yours.
Bit.
Oh.
She's there with her clipboard in her volunteer shirt and the sort of expression of someone who's just smelled something unpleasant that she always seems to have on her face. And she says, "Oh, there you are, Val. You know, we were worried about you. How are you doing, sweetheart?"
Oh gosh, Cheryl, I'm just wonderful. I had to make a quick stop at the hospital at Merston Regional this afternoon, so it put me behind schedule. Wish I could have texted you, but I can't get this thing. I think I got a virus off my Candy Crush.
Oh, well, I'm sure we all understand other obligations, Val. I'm sure we all understand. So here's your shirt, and now we have you on floater duty, just going around to all of our vendor tents and making sure they have what they need. So if you could just go ahead and check in with them for me and just report back to me, that would be wonderful.
She recognizes on some higher order that being given a shirt and told to piss off is the best possible thing for her. But immediately her ego is very bruised by Cheryl's demeaning tone. She's going to take the shirt and she's going to jinx Cheryl.
Yes!
Yes!
Rolling with weird. Oh, that's perfectly fine. That is a 10.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, what happens when you roll a 10 on this? Let me go check.
I can hold 2 effects. Maybe I'll keep one in my pocket for now because I'm not that mad at Cheryl. The effect I want is for the target to lose something that I will soon find. I want Cheryl to lose her head volunteer clipboard, which will embarrass her and which will miraculously show up in my possession later.
What does it look like when you cast this hex?
I want to do something where I take the t-shirt and I'm sort of just worrying it as I talk to her, and I'm actually tying it into a kind of intricate knot, and when I sort of pull it tight, the jinx takes effect.
Amazing.
Yeah.
as she's saying, you could just report right back to me, she is setting down her clipboard and then organizing some shirts, and that clipboard just pushed, unbeknownst to her, by the shirts off the table, falls directly into your little canvas tote, and you can go about your business.
Be seeing you, Cheryl. Take care now.
Good luck out there, Val.
You betcha.
Bless your heart. Now,
Having a Midwest off. And I want to head straight to the stall of Madame Odette.
Mhm.
But maybe we should see what the other two are up to.
yeah, were you two doing anything in the, 10 minutes out there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking around. I'm looking for seeing if anyone is coughing or saying mother. But I also might stop if they have one of those dart games. I definitely want to try one of those. I used to do them as a kid. They're just, they hold a special place in Chase's heart.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to do a move to see if you can sort of gauge the situation with the general public. And a lot of the town does come out for the fun fair, so it's a nice little random sample of the population. Well, read a bad situation is a good one for this.
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't really have another suggestion unless you have a special move.
Well, is this for looking for someone or is this for the game?
We're gonna do a straight luck check for the game after this. So This is just to see, do you notice anything? How much do you notice? Do you understand what you're seeing?
Cool. So this plus sharp, which is +2. So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Hey, 9 is great. Hold 1. So you can ask any of those questions under read a bad situation.
Okay, then I'm gonna say, are there dangers we haven't noticed?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between that or protecting.
There are. As the day is progressing, things are getting notably weirder.
Okay.
It's still not so weird that, someone unaffected would call the cops or panic, but it is weird enough that if you pay attention and you know what you're looking for, it's not hard to spot at all.
Okay.
People who are nowhere near each other, you see one over here, walking in weird lockstep and doing the same thing at the same time. You see someone start a sentence and then someone else answers finishes the sentence, and everyone around them doesn't seem to notice or think that that's strange.
Yeah.
Edith, are you doing anything while Chase looks for carnival games and Val hexes her frenemy?
If Chase points out to me that people are kind of in weird lockstep, I'm going up to them and going, "Mother," and kind of nudging my breast pocket towards them with the wasp in it, and seeing if they react.
It's like a really awkward drug dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You're nice.
Mother? Do you mother?
Are you my mother? Are you my mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I'm an old lady.
Yeah. With a really severe bun. I'm going to say make the move manipulate someone unless you have a special move you want to use.
That seems right to me. I don't know why I keep trying to manipulate people. Here we go. I got a 10, but minus 1 is 9. Is 9.
Still good.
Okay, but a 9 is great.
I'll take it, yeah.
There are only a couple times people think you're experiencing some sort of dimension and are worried for you. The rest of them, it's like a weird code word situation. So you sidle up and nudge your pocket and go, "Mother," and they stop their conversation, look to you with this blank, they were acting normal, and then they turn to you with this blank look. "Mother."
Whoa.
Yes, mother. And then I back away.
And they all turn in singular motion and look south.
Oh.
And then one by one, they kind of shake themselves out of it a little bit. And it's like they're looking at you weird, were you going to say, as if you haven't spoken yet.
My apologies, carry on. And move on.
It's not a huge carnival. I'd say, Val, you can spot them spot your friends on your way to see Madame Odette.
I'll scoop them up if they're not investigating a particular business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see a sort of white canvas pop-up tent that has had like old purple velvet curtains hung all around it. There are scarves draped around there. She's got some like fairy lights tacked up on the outside of the tent.
Mm-hmm.
A little handwritten sign that says tarot card readings with an arrow pointing inside to where the curtain is sort of pulled back.
All right. Well, I am curious to see whether Madame Odette is what she purports to be.
Oh, I think you'll find she is.
You've met her.
I've seen her give some talks at the New Age bookstore on Walton Street.
Ah, yes. Favorite location of yours? Locale?
Well, let's go inside.
Who goes in first?
Me.
Sure. Val, as you step in, it takes your eyes a moment to adjust to the dark. And as they clarify, you see a somewhat older woman, probably a little younger than Edith, but with more wrinkles, like more laugh lines, more crow's feet,
Okay.
more sunspots, wearing pretty dramatic eye makeup. She's wrapped a scarf, like a sort of colorful scarf around her head. Her hair, long silver hair is braided. She has her hand to her crystal ball, and you just hear this low, spirits are moving.
So far, I'm not impressed. I whispered to Chase.
She gestures to a chair on the other side of the table. Who will be the first to approach?
Oh, I'd like to just, yeah.
She pushes a big coffee can towards you with a slit cut in the lid.
Yeah.
It's $10 a reading.
Oh, the sign outside said it was $5.
There are 3 of you, giving you a discount.
Right, you're right. $10, yeah.
As you sit down, she pulls out from under the table a deck of tarot cards. She's keeping her eyes nearly closed. There's just like a little slit open right here. She shuffles, lays out 3 cards.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to sort of ask a question first about, like, if we're going to find true love or if we're going to
First card!
Oh.
2 of Swords, upright. This card represents justice and balance in the world. You are out of balance, my darling. Let the cards tell you what you need. Knight of Wands, reversed. You must follow your true spirit. Ace of Pentacles, is someone recently divorced?
Oh! How did you know?
You're single.
Well, yeah, because of the divorce.
Yes. I'm gonna admit something, darling. You're in your 40s and single, I guessed the divorce part.
Jeez.
Is that all of
bitch.
cards?
Did you have a question?
Yes, Madame Odette, I appreciate this reading, but we have a pretty serious matter to bring to your attention. Oh gosh, I'm gonna do my best here, but I think I got a little mixed up. There's the wasps that the witches made in the tree, and they're cutting down.
I'm sorry, did you say wasps? Her voice completely changes.
Oh yes, there's these horrid wasps that are going around and crawling up people's noses and things like that.
I sidle up to her and go, Mother?
Did you say mother?
No. Oh, bother. No.
She takes the scarf off. All right. Well, okay. Are you? Yes.
So you know
okay.
about the
I apologize for all of that. I thought people want a certain mystique out of this sort of thing. This is sort of a side hustle for me. But you're here about, yes, well, we do have a whole potentially apocalyptic situation happening. Glad to meet you. You must be...
Val
do you have your
Blattner,
chosen?
hi.
Which of you is the chosen?
Chosen. Oh,
We haven't found the chosen yet.
there was some.
Did you not do the
We
ritual?
tried.
A lot. We did a lot of them.
Oh, it's odd. I've never heard of this happening.
You are aware of the chosen and the
Yes.
ritual?
Yes, well, as you probably know, it's not actually difficult to find this information if you are willing and open to it.
No. I'm sorry. How are you aware of this? How? From where?
Hello, my name is Odette Crowder. She reaches out her hand to shake yours. I am the current solo member of the Merston Witches Coven.
Oh, your website sucks.
Yes,
Jeez.
well, I am not much of a webmaster, as they say.
No, but I knew you were here at the fair tonight. I have a volunteer shift, so I thought we'd just come
Yes,
over and say hello.
Val! Yes, you were so helpful in getting me this booth. That 10% off really does make the difference, you know.
I love what you've done with all the textile sort of work here.
Thank you. I thought I'd just bring a bit of texture and color. It is what people are looking for, you know, these days. Some would argue that it sort of sullies the craft, but I think give the people what they want.
And it's so beautiful at the end of the day. And how are you going to argue with something like that?
Exactly.
I deeply apologize for cutting in to your interior design discussion. Could we return to your awareness of the prophecy and the chosen?
Yes. Well, we've been handing down for generations this prophecy that
Who has?
those
Who
with
has?
the Merston witches have been handing down for generations that it would be the job of the Merston witches coven to sort of usher the chosen into their role and find their entourage. Looks like you did that part yourself. Well done. Looks like we've had a
Do you
little.
have a copy of it? Can you recite it? What do you mean?
Edith, they must have got their prophecy from the same place you did.
Well, you know, it doesn't sound quite as good in modern English, but it
not.
speaks of. It's, you know, it's one of those 3-part prophecies where we could basically sum it up as like the brain, the hands, the eyes, and one of them has carried the prophecy through the generations. The other is blessed with hands that work the craft, and a third is blessed with eyes that see the truth.
Oh.
There are some lines that are a little bit difficult to decipher about something about a mark that 2 of them might have.
Right.
You know, I've always assumed that would be more metaphorical. No. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, no two ways about it, Edith. That's our prophecy.
Look at that
This
little
is totally
pentacle
us.
right in your face there.
Yeah. That's the same one.
Yeah. Look at us. Wow, 1,000 years leading to this moment in this little town. Who would have thought, hey, Val?
Boy, I wonder if Edith, had she not even come over from across the pond, we might have just hung out with you around instead.
It could be, but, you know, I suppose we do need a brain sometimes.
Oh, she's a real brainiac, our Edith.
So is your last name St. Niles?
I love it. She's so plucked.
How do you know that name? Yes, that's my name.
You know, the Merston witches, it was known that the St. Niles family was the keeper of the prophecy.
Oh, sounds like she had prophecies about your prophecy. She out-prophesied you a little bit.
Prophecies inside prophecies.
Yeah.
You should close your mouth, Edith, otherwise the wasp could get in.
So where's the chosen? We're here. We did the ritual.
Well, I suppose we should attempt the ritual again sometime.
We did the ritual to the letter at least 10 times. We attempted it 12, but...
My goodness, surely something went wrong there. If it took 10 times and they still haven't shown. You know, maybe they're dead. I can't imagine that would be what with a 1,000-year-old prophecy. Usually these things come to fruition at some point, but...
Maybe your prophecy has like an extra ingredient that our prophecy was missing, like adding a little bit of cocoa powder to a chili.
Sure. Oh, yes, that is the secret ingredient. Wins the Fun Fair Chili contest every year. I know about you, Val. Now, maybe I have time probably next week if you want to swing by the old witch's hut out on the edge of town, and we can attempt the ritual again together.
Wait. Yes, that would be great, but also the wasp thing?
Yes, we probably
yeah.
we may need to prevent. See, this is a little out of order. I guess it's not in there that it would happen in this order. I sort of assumed that we would find the chosen and then prevent the apocalypse. But how
We
were
sort
we
of
to
just
know?
been doing it kind of DIY for the past little bit. It's
Yeah.
going okay.
Edith is fully breaking down.
Yeah.
Crash out of the century.
Mm.
Now, the wasps. Do you know about the mother tree?
So kind
Everything.
of, yeah, everything.
Yes. Now, I will admit, I don't know where it is, but I do know the Merston witches. My great whatever ancestors probably did bind the neurovesps to the mother tree. A very, very ancient, unknowably ancient tree, connected through some esoteric means to every other ancient tree throughout history. We have on record the past generations of witches really enjoyed that sap. We're pretty sure it was like shrooms. So, it had other functions as well. And my theory is that it's some sort of oak. A lot of people have said hemlock. I don't know. Could be an oak. But I will admit that's mostly for the aesthetic. I think the picture of an ancient oak is a better picture than an ancient hemlock. Anyway, what were we talking about?
So I think we've got maybe a way to figure out where that tree is, because we kept a couple of the little buggers.
Oh, do you have them locked up?
They're in my Tupperware.
Oh, clever. All
It's
right.
a screw lid, so...
That is terrifying. Wow, 1,000 years have spilled to this moment. Can I just look at them really quick? Whoa. They are a little beautiful. Super scary, though. These will eat your brainstem. So here, you take those.
Is that what's happening to all those people?
Well, they're sort of... They need hosts. The wasps, invade your sinuses, climb through the sinuses to your brainstem, tap right in there, and go to town and just sort of take over in a sort of parasitic way to sort of do their own bidding. There is a theory that these are merely the sentinels for sort of the queen of what we assume is a hive. Because we do have some older stories of a queen wasp that would straight up eat ya.
Oh.
So that would be bad.
If we don't want the wasps to be crawling up inside people, up their noses and their butt cracks and chewing on them, that's no good. But if we destroy the wasps and save the people, then there'll be nothing protecting the mother tree, and Halverston's gonna chop it all down, so we'd lose the mother tree, which is also bad.
Yes. Well, that is interesting, isn't it? Because it is not indicated anywhere that the wasps were bound to the mother tree to protect the mother tree. This is more of a convenient occurrence that has happened before it could be predicted. I don't think they knew 1,000 years ago that there would be such extensive logging that entire forests would be destroyed and the mother tree would be threatened. I doubt it even entered into their imagination that such a thing could happen.
Okay, then my second question is, why did the witches bind a bunch of evil hell wasps to a tree if not to protect it?
Well, it is very difficult to get rid of magical creatures. Sometimes it is easier to just bind them. They put them in a magical hibernation. They were just going to hibernate forever inside of a very powerful tree, and that was just sort of their weird little prison. And instead, they've turned into an accidental protective force of the mother tree, which has been lost to time. So now here we are. We need to get rid of the wasps. There are only a few ways to do that. I am hoping we can find a way that does not involve destroying the mother tree on account of it being our collective narrative history and holding the memories of generations and sort of being the font of all wisdom. But as per the prophecy, that's not actually my call. So you do what you will.
Well, so what are the other ways to destroy the bees?
So there is a ritual. We could simply reconstruct that ritual that I imagine was disturbed when the logging was started. We can just do the ritual again, rebind the wasps, and hope those protesters win their little argument with that Halverson guy about developing the land.
It's probably been a long time since anyone's done it, because you don't know where the mother tree is, and you're the only Merston witch left.
I imagine the ritual was done exactly once, 1,000 years ago, to bind these wasps to this tree.
Okay. Edith, does it look like a ritual we could sort of pull off, or I don't remember all the things you said were in it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is the prophecy now being referenced, not the prophecy within a prophecy?
Oh, I think she's a little sore. Well, listen, you know what, Odette? I'm parked out in the lot. If you want to come with us, we can hash it all out on the drive over.
You know, why don't I meet you there? Because this is sort of my supplementary income, and I'm hoping for a few more readings before I call it a night. You take these, though. She pulls out... Have you ever had those, like, samples of honey in, like, little straws?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She pulls out handfuls and handfuls of these and goes... So, when the wasps swarm your sinuses and try to take over your brain, some people do a better job than others of coughing those right back out.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you do that, or if at some later date they are somehow expelled, there's going to be some psychic damage. But turns out the best way to combat that psychic damage and do some healing up in there is raw honey blessed under the light of the moon. And so I just went ahead at the last full moon, because this date was coming up. I just went ahead the last full moon and blessed all this honey under the moonlight. So everybody take some of this, and if you get a little waspy attack, you just eat some of this, and it should just clear that right up.
Oh, well, that's sure kind enough. We can give some of this to Hank, bring it back home for him as a little fair treat.
Thinking after, save it for us first, but after, we do all the things and save the world, we can hand it around town, too.
It is about this time that you start to hear some concerning sounds. Val, I'd say especially, there is a buzz. Not coming from Odette, but coming from outside the tent. And you think it's in one direction, then you think it's in another. And then it gets louder, and it's a little bit everywhere. And then the screams start. First, it's just surprised little yelps, like somebody encountered a bee or something, or was surprised. And then it turns into a rising wave of screams. And as you exit this tent, you see people running. You see people swatting. You see people trying to hide their faces or hide under tables as wasps are attacking the fun fair.
I silently just pass out face masks to everybody.
Should we can we try to help these people or get out of here? Or feel like
someone, Chase, bumps into you as they try to run. It's like a 15, 16-year-old girl, and she's coughing and hacking. And she vomits up a swarm of live wasps. And now you see this happening everywhere. People vomiting up wasps. These wasps are joining these other swarms that are attacking and spreading from person to person. You see a swarm cough out of one person's mouth and immediately go to the nose and mouth and ears and eyes of another. And they are just inundated as covers, and they crawl in. And then this person goes very still before they stand up as if everything is normal.
No, we're out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
As you are running to the car, if anyone is to glance south, which is the direction of the nature preserve, you see... At first you cannot comprehend what you're seeing. You don't understand. And then you see it is like a wave of wasps. It is a column. It is this moving, undulating, multi-wasped beast thing moving through the sky, all like spiraling down to a central point somewhere in that forest.
A wasp tornado.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I say we follow that thing. That seems like a logical source.
Okay, seatbelts on.
So, you have just seen a wasp tornado appear over a very specific spot in the woods south of town. What you doing?
Let's go. Let's go there.
Driving there, screaming.
Yeah, lots of screaming.
Edith has silently gotten into the back with Chase and has pulled out 2 things of liquid nitrogen and a flamethrower out of her bag.
Okay.
I just look at Val and go, floor it.
Yeah.
I'm flooring it. Michael Bublé is blaring.
Yes.
It does not take long because no one is driving.
Yeah.
The wasps you now see have taken over the town. Things are not great out here, guys. You have a mix of people screaming in terror as they are swarmed by wasps, and people sort of walking with a blank expression south.
I try to avoid striking any pedestrians. I'm also curious to see how far into the wilderness preserve we can get in the car before we have to switch to walking.
There is a road that leads the road out of town to the wildlife preserve. At the end of it, you reach it speedily, is the main logging site where sort of they've set up their little makeshift office where all their trucks are and their construction equipment. And you see there's like a bulldozer parked in the mud, like it was left unexpectedly, that has, it seems, accidentally crashed into or just nudged a very, very large stone. It's a very weird rock formation that doesn't strike you as particularly natural, although it's possible. It's probably 10 to 12 feet high. It's like a big pillar of stone that's just there. It's at an angle, and it's, you see signs of like struggle. You see signs of some sort of event. There's a person just kind of sitting on the ground looking confused. You see a couple of wasps kind of floating around. You see a couple of people walking into the woods, blank face. You see Darren McKinney chained to a tree, but looking a little confused.
That's a 7 to investigate a bad situation.
Okay.
I could try to help you out. Ooh,
Sure.
Let's try. I actually haven't failed a roll yet this game, so this could be
Oh, don't say that now.
Yeah.
the start. To help out, I'm rolling with cool. That's an 8 flat.
Woo!
I'd say you, to help, are basically slowing down. You're slowing down the
That
car,
makes sense.
and rolling down a window so Edith can actually see what's going on. And a wasp, a singular wasp, happens to be buzzing around and is gonna make a go for you.
I'm gonna try to flamethrower out the window.
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Do it. However you do that.
Is that kick some ass, I guess, or protect someone?
Ooh. I'm gonna tell you, protect someone is gonna puts you in less danger. So
that one?
that's what I would say this is.
Okay. 7.
Okay. You do get the wasp, but not before it stings you.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
no.
all alone. It can't do its usual swarm the face move, but it is going to sting you. It goes right for like your jugular and stings you.
Ooh.
And you take 2 harm. Yep.
Our first harm.
Serious wasps. You take 2 harm,
Okay.
and you feel from your neck and then spreading down your chest and through slowly, but it's moving down your body,
Uh-huh.
a strange sort of numbness.
Oh.
Canonically, I'm in very good aerobic health, so my heartbeat is pretty. my beats per minute are pretty low.
But doesn't that also mean your body is very efficient at moving your blood?
Oh. I don't actually know.
I don't either. It sounds right to me.
Okay.
I will tell you, this paralysis is going to continue to spread
Mm.
every in-game minute. So every time it feels like it's been some time, I'm going to have this paralysis spread until you find something creative. I don't even have a solution plan for this. Find a creative way to make it stop.
I have an idea. I'm gonna just try. I'm gonna take one of those honey sticks and just take off the end and just whoop it into your mouth. See if that helps at all. I know that's not what it was for, but I'm just gonna see.
Yeah.
Wow. How do we mechanize this? What kind of move do you want this to be?
I mean, it could be under pressure or protect someone. It might be protect.
I'd say act under pressure makes a little more sense, actually.
Okay. Cool. 7.
Okay. It will work, but you are going to get some of the venom on your fingers.
Gotcha.
Okay, so for the next 5 minutes, your fingers are going to be a little stumbly. You're going to have a hard time.
Damn it. Okay.
But, Edith, you do feel... you still have a strange numb tingliness, but it did not, because that was so fast, it did not have time to actually spread to your limbs, so you're okay.
Ugh.
Anyway, this was all in service of seeing about this rock.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you have... I remember you had one hold, so you can spend it to ask one question.
Mm-hmm. I don't know which one of these to ask. They all feel...
I don't feel like any of them is relevant.
No.
I'm going to say, do you want to...
I've investigated a mystery.
Do you want like a keeper's pick? I could just give you a little information.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'd say with a 1 to spend, you you look at this rock, and then your eyes kind of focus past it, and you see just on the edge of your field of vision, really far along the edge of this forest, another rock. Very similar, not identical, but another rock. And looking at them together, it reminds you a little bit of standing stones or big ritual stones.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe something happened with that. Maybe something about the bulldozer knocking one of these loose.
Oh.
Disrupted the ritual.
Maybe.
The protection.
Yeah.
Right.
As you're discussing this, you hear, guys! And Darren, that kid, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that kid who chained himself to a tree is calling out because swarms are coming. Swarms have noticed that you are people who have stopped and are available.
Right.
Masks on.
Let's get Darren in the car.
Darren?
Yeah.
I swallowed the key.
Is he chained or rope?
He chained himself to the tree with bike lock situation.
God damn it, Darren.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
I'm sure
Really?
it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Kenya, you picked the lock?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I have. We cut off his own hands.
Oh, please don't cut off my arm.
Oh, we can shoot the chain. Is he chained?
It sounds sick and also like a really bad idea.
Could I roll to see if I have a lockpick or a master key? Maybe that I use to sneak around the university or something?
How does your move work?
When I need something unusual or rare, roll sharp. On a 10+, I have it. 9 + 2.
Hell
11.
Yeah.
You have it.
Yeah.
What do you pull out of your pocket?
I think because this is an insane idea, it's like some kind of weird relic sort of thing that's shaped like a key, but it's got twisty bits that allow me to basically make a custom sort of thing. or it like fits itself to the lock, and I stick it in and unlock it.
It falls off no problem. The bike lock holding this kid, like he did it in a really unnecessarily complicated way. We like used this big chain to like chain himself to the tree and then wrapped it all around different limbs, and then also used a bike lock to like lock the chain together. You don't know what he's thinking, but it pops right open. He's like, "Oh, whew, okay, thanks." The wasps are here because that took a minute.
We should go.
So you need to run.
Right. Into the van, I guess?
Yeah, we still have a while to go to get to the tree.
Right.
You are flying down this logging road, and it does come to an end, or it comes to a point where like a minivan just isn't going to cut it anymore, and you're going to have to run. You don't immediately see any swarms.
Let's go.
Well, where, Darren? Do you know where we're going? Oh, okay.
No, I just wanted to get away from the wasps that are turning people into zombies.
Yeah, and you're welcome for that. Oh, gosh. Okay. Darren, you coming with? This could be pretty, I don't think we should leave you alone.
He might serve us as a getaway driver.
Where do you think? We're going to the gosh darn mother tree.
What? Did you find it? Well, I have to come to the mother tree.
All right. There's a giant wasp sign pointing towards it. So yes, we found it.
Oh, cool. Sick. Okay, let's go.
I think the four of us make a mad dash in the direction of the big bee NATO.
You're getting close, and you start passing other people. They mostly look like loggers, construction workers, maybe a couple admin people. Just walking down this, now at this point, more of a trail, toward deeper into this forest, which is getting quite dark. I'd say it's around sunset. And the shadows are long, it's getting cooler. There are no normal sounds of the forest. All you hear is this ever pressing buzz that it's getting louder and louder, almost a hum. And it is almost crowded around this tree. There's probably a dozen people hanging around.
I feel like we're sort of power walking and then like occasionally just being like, mother. Yeah, me too. Mother. Hey guys, mother, right? Totally.
Mother.
You come to this tree, and as soon as you see it, you know what you're looking at. It is enormous. It is a huge, old hemlock. It is this big, old, gnarly fir tree, impossibly tall, all its lower branches drooping down in this creepy way, lots of moss hanging. Its roots are very, gnarly all over the ground, reaching incredibly far. But it is almost hunched over, protecting itself. And it is split open. It looks like the middle of this tree rotted and hollowed out, and then it survived and grew around that hollow. And it has opened as if its own guts spilled. And you see hexagonal, papery wasp nests filling it, impossibly large, pulsing with these greenish-white, slug-like larvae. And the wasps are swarming everywhere, but they aren't worried about the people here. They're just sort of tending to this nest. And in the center of this nest, you see the queen. You see Mother. This lumbering, 2-foot-long, segmented-bodied, with this almost chitinous, armor-like body of a jet black and glistening wasp. Impossibly wide wings, several feet across, that you can feel the beat of air as they pulse. And it is just sort of hopping around this nest, sort of tending to it and beating its wings.
I mean,
I think it's kind of like, you see the Facebook videos of the beekeepers, and you just gotta stay calm, don't agitate them. What was all the parts of the ritual we have to do?
We need sap from the tree and allow the wasps to eat it from our mouths.
Oh, not it, I would say.
We need
can we not just kill the mom? I mean, if it's like any other power structure, take down the leader and it all crumbles.
Don't you think they'll just all million wasps out here swarm us?
Probably.
to think that.
Just
But
don't want to.
good news is that, in theory, this means that people who have been infected are not actually hosts for creating more wasps.
Oh, that's true.
As you quietly make this plan, I'm guessing from some distance back, you see the mother wasp, the queen, turn to one of these people who has walked up, looks like a logger of some variety, still has their orange safety vest on and a hard hat, just standing there gently swaying. She flutters up into the air, descends with her feet, picks him up by the skull, and feeds him into her mouth, and you hear a scream as his bones crunch in her sideways jaw, and viscera and blood just spill on the ground, and no one reacts.
Let's move a little faster.
She then turns with probably half the body still hanging from her jaws, turns and begins regurgitating person into this nest.
Right, so I don't know about the sap eating part. We'd need a ring of hemlock stakes around the tree, and then to bind them with our blood on the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be if we were witches, though. Chase and I are not privy to the mystical arts the way you are, Val. So I don't even know if that would work.
I could a little, I guess a little blood. Yeah, I could do.
Val, everything you've heard about witches is that the most important thing is like
Having
the
fun.
group. Sure. That is the first page of all of the self-help books you've read. Not everyone in the group needs to be a sort of witch in the way people think of it. They just need to be a coven. And covens need to be odd numbers. It is possible to have a coven of one, but it is not very powerful.
I think it's going to take all of our blood, but I think you two can help with that just fine, you know?
Yeah, someone else might have to slice my hand. I'm still a little wobbly. Which order do we do this in?
Well, I think eating the sap out the mouth, they have to be calm for that to happen. They're not going to do that if they're agitated. They're as calm as they're going to be now. So, I mean, the queen's certainly busy with her dinner. So why don't we just try to discreetly collect the sap, do the mouth, and then the steak, and then the blood?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's better. Well, she would just act like zombies. She might not even notice. That we're not in front of her.
Maybe she won't even notice.
I mean, are any of the branches like low enough for us to grab? Is the canopy over us, or are we?
If you got a little closer, it's a very big tree with very long branches.
Right.
Hemlocks, especially in a forest, the living branches start quite high up, but it has a lot of now dead or dying branches that hang quite low and go out quite far. You'd probably have to get within, if you were lucky, 15 feet, 20 feet at the most of the base, and make your way around to where one of those branches leans far enough down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have any other choice.
The only thing that's going to happen if we stand here is more people getting eaten.
Oh.
Yep.
The hemlock circle doesn't. The hemlock circle doesn't need to be hemlock from the mother tree. We can just collect, like, any trees around here. This is the hemlock grove. So I just start snapping twigs and start making a circle.
I am going to ask you, Edith, because you took charge of this, you're gonna do magic about it.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know, maybe you tell me. Edith might not know that she is doing magic or attempting magic, but
Nope.
things are going to happen or not happen as you put these stakes in the ground, so this is the move that I need you to make.
Okay. No, she does not know she's doing magic, and I think she has tried in the past to like just dabble with some spells or something to disastrous effects, similar to that. So, okay, we've got a 0 to weird.
You can do it.
I rolled a 2. However, I'm gonna spend a luck.
Okay, that's amazing. So that is an automatic 12 plus. Choose your effect, and then I will make it better.
Okay. Do one thing that is beyond human limitation.
There's also like bar, replace, or portal, trap a specific creature, or banish.
Oh, trap a creature. Trap a creature.
Yeah, trap a creature. That's exactly what you're trying to do anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, as you press these hemlock makeshift stakes into the soft topsoil of this forest, I'd say, Val, you feel it first, this very hard to detect bassy pulse as each stake is pressed in the ground. And because you used your luck point, these wasps and Mother, the queen, are too busy with their own business and do not suspect anything. They do not realize until it is too late, until you press that last stake into the ground. And now everyone, including even Edith, feels this. You want to say you hear it, but you don't. You feel this bassy, deep pulse that echoes out from the center of that tree, and you feel it reverberate up your legs. You feel it reverberate through the forest behind you, and something shimmers for a moment in front of your vision. And the wasps immediately are agitated, are spinning, are flying at you, but they are hitting this magical barrier that you do not realize you were creating. The wasps are now, any of them that were close to the tree, it depends how big you made this ring, but any of them that were within that ring now cannot escape that ring. You don't know if it applies to Mother, but...
What about the wasp in my pocket? What happens to that wasp?
It's angry, but it was already angry. Nothing seems to happen to it.
Okay. So the wasps that are, like, that were outside the circle...
They're still outside, but it's like they're all flying back to the tree because of all the activity, because of the threat. They're sort of coming in back to the tree, and they are passing through the barrier towards the tree, and yet none of them can seem to leave it. It's like a one-way valve. I'm going to say that's your added benefit, is that they're called back.
Maybe we're done.
Well, what if the loggers come back?
Right.
I think we can't leave this ritual half completed.
Several
we gotta
of
do
these people who are affected are still within the ring, and it looks like Mother is still getting hungry.
Okay. Yeah.
And you see more people walking down the path as well.
Do they have to eat out of our mouths? Probably.
We're doing the ritual, yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. So should we go around back maybe? See if we can get some of the sap.
Right.
And then just
Yeah.
slowly come out?
Does it seem like the wasps are like flying at us specifically, or they're just like flying against the barrier and bouncing off?
They did not. You used your luck. It was a 12 plus. They did not. They don't know the source. They didn't peg you as as the source of what happened. So they don't know it's you. They're just mad about the barrier.
Right.
Downside is you now have to step inside the barrier to get that sap.
Yeah. Let's just do it though.
We were going to have to go to the tree at some point. Let's do it.
Yep.
Everyone steps inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone steps inside.
You step inside. As you do so, all of these sort of zombified, possessed people sort of slowly turn to you. And synced with them, the mother, the queen, turns to you.
Let's move quickly. Let's move
now that
quickly.
these things are a hive mind, they know
Sure.
if you're not
Right.
in the hive mind. And mother is going to start just buzzing a little bit angrily. I need everyone to roll a d6 for 1
4.
and 4. Chase, mother goes for you. And she is going to... Sorry, buddy, there's just not... This is just how this is happening. Do you have any armor?
No.
You don't have an armor
I'm not
score?
even wearing my laptop anymore. No, I don't see anything about armor on here.
Mother flies for you, and rather than... She doesn't swarm your face. She doesn't try to possess you. She bites you. She bites right here, right into your shoulder. Take 3 harm.
Okay.
And this has the added dissolve ability. You are going to take 1 additional harm every minute until you somehow clean this wound or prevent the poison she just injected into you from spreading.
You're going to want to get some honey on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want some honey. Can I also just shoot her?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was an unprovoked attack. I think it's fair if y'all have some response to this.
So I assume that's kick some ass?
I would say so.
Okay,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna kick her with my 9mm.
99 millimeter.
7 plus, which is -1. That's a 6. I get experience.
Can I help? Roll plus cool. Okay. Oh god. Okay. Please, dice. Ah! Haha! 9 plus 1. 10.
Okay, so that bumps Chase up to a 7.
Yeah.
So you shooting the gun is going to up your heart rate and blood pressure a little bit. You're going to take another harm now.
Okay. I'm
But
unstable.
you're going to inflict the harm. Yep, yeah, you are. But you're going to inflict the harm of your whatever the harm for your gun is on Mother.
Okay. That is a 2 harm.
Nice.
Okay, and Mother has armor, so
So she takes 9.
yeah, she takes 0 harm.
Oh.
Sorry. Just as all 3 of you are looking around, Chase, extremely bloodied on the ground, a bullet just ricocheted off Mother's chitinous body. The swarms of her children are beginning to move towards you. I'd say maybe 3 of the dozen people standing around open their mouths, and a swarm flies out to join and are headed directly for you. It is at this moment that through one of the last beams of sunlight as the sun sets, a figure rides in on a Harley Davidson motorcycle in a leather jacket with a really cool ponytail and like really shiny early 2000s lip gloss, flies in, sort of screeches between Mother and Chase, sheltering him with a flamethrower, and sort of flamethrowers Mother back. Doesn't do damage, but Mother is moved back for a moment. All the wasps sort of take space, and she steps off of this motorcycle, pulls her helmet off, waves her hair. I've been looking for you, Edith. You don't even need her to tell you. You know who this is. This has to be
Chosen?
That's what they call me, or they will. Sorry, it took me so long to find you guys. I don't know, I felt this pull, and then I felt it like 17 more times over like 2 weeks. But I was like on a plane at the time. It was really weird. Like I was in Taiwan, so then it took time to get back here. I'll tell you all about it later. But right now, and she's like helping Chase up, and she puts a hand on your neck, and she's going to do magic about it. Nope. She tries. There's like a warmth and a little flash of light. It doesn't quite heal you, but you get what she was trying to do, that she was trying to stabilize you.
I appreciate the effort.
But if you want to take this moment to like apply some honey so you don't keep taking harm, because you're about to take another point of harm and maybe die.
Okay, I'm going to spread it all over my neck and then also eat some of it.
It's not going to heal you, but it's going to stop the venom from continuing to dissolve your body from the inside out.
Cool.
I have so much to tell you, but first, let's kick some... And she is cut off. And then you see a hole in the middle of her neck start to spread, and wasps pour out as they are shooting from behind through her body. And then another hole appears. You see blood. You hear a horrible sound of bone cracking and tendons releasing and guts and blood spilling from her as every wasp in the vicinity, driven by Mother, who is buzzing angrily, shoots through her like gunshots and consumes her. Half a skeleton falls on the ground.
Tree, to the tree.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
I'm gonna need everybody to make a move to try to get to the tree and get some sap in your mouth while the wasps want to murder you.
Yeah. So which move do we think? Under pressure?
That sounds right.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
13.
12?
5.
And then 13. Uh-oh.
Okay, two of you have no trouble. The two of you notice that this tree is sort of, due to the recent injuries, is just sort of openly weeping sap, and it is not difficult at all to just reach out and grab a glob and stick it in your mouth. Val, you're unclear on what sap is.
Sap is like a tree honey.
You think you're supposed to be going for something in the wasp nest?
The wasp
and you're
sap.
just really reluctant to like stick your hand in there for pretty obvious reasons. So Val is sans sap.
But are the other wasps starting to eat?
You notice as you they do seem strangely attracted to the tree's sap, and you can even see them eating it off the tree. So they are. It's been like a split second, but it looks like it will not be difficult to get them to eat the sap out of your mouth. It's more getting it.
Right. I mean, can I, like, kind of scoop some and try? Is Val like far from us, or she's just kind of around the base of the tree, or?
No, you can do it, but I am gonna say this would be protect someone. This is your up. You can try to protect Val. You can get some more sap, no problem. You can protect Val and shove this in her mouth, or Val can try again. But what you see a swarm going for her right now. Mm-hmm. She's about to get a swarm. Duh. No.
Well, can I help with protect? So you go to protect, and I help.
Yeah. Protect. You know, it's weird that none of the expert moves give you anything to protect. That feels like their move.
You know who's really, really good at protecting other playbooks? In fact, that's like their whole thing. The Chosen.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I read it out of spite. Okay. So you're going to help me?
Yeah, I already rolled, but I'll wait till you roll to tell you.
Do you want to roll first? No.
What is it?
3 plus 4 total.
I got a 10. That's not gonna help.
Oh shit! So 6. Fuck.
Val, you are going to take an attack from one of the swarms. All the swarms seem disinterested in taking over more hosts. They're just stinging. You're going to take 2 harm, and you feel the paralysis start spreading through your body.
Sure. Do I need to have sap eaten out of my... Is it enough that the two of them do it for the purposes of the ritual, do we think? Because I wanted to sort of take the harm and move on to the last part.
The whole coven, I think, needs to do the whole thing.
Okay.
I'd say you take that harm from that attack, but Edith, there's nothing stopping Edith or Chase from shoving sap in your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll shove some sap,
Right.
and then I'm gonna get out my knife,
Yep.
Thank you
and
guys
I'm gonna
so
slice
much.
me. Do you want to hold out your hand? I'll just slice you.
Mm-hmm.
Slice you. I'll grab Val's hand and just push everything against the tree.
I need all of you to attempt to do magic about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, 12. 12 plus weird, so 14.
Smooth 9.
7.
7's
Hey.
good.
All of that is good enough. I'm going to say the 14 is going to cancel out that what would be the negative. Well, maybe Edith, you get a little woozy from the blood, but you do all successfully slam your palms down. Maybe you get an infection later into this topsoil, and you feel your blood. Actually, Edith, take a point of harm because you feel your blood siphoned out of your body. An upsetting amount of blood is pulled from you, probably a pint, from a cut in your hand very suddenly. It's like you suddenly feel the pressure in every artery in your body triple. And it gushes like a hole in an airplane.
Curse
Out of
your
you.
low heart rate.
Yeah, you have a very efficient heart. Remember, it's really good at moving your blood. And it moved your blood.
Mm-hmm.
But as this happens, this blood is siphoned into the earth, and you feel almost a crack somewhere deep, unknowingly far underground. Almost like it isn't just underground, it's somewhere else. But something opens and begins pulling, like a vacuum. And every wasp, every person around you, falls to the ground screaming in pain and horror as the wasps fly out of every orifice, sucked out, shooting back towards the tree. You see, you swear you can hear the entire town miles away screaming as wasps fly back to this forest, and in that reverse wasp tornado are coming down into the tree. An impossible number, a number that should not fit inside a tree. But this tree is bigger on the inside. And they're in, and Mother is like scraping, she's being pulled in, and it's like she starts flying wildly.
Can I flamethrower her?
Sure, roll for it.
Okay. I'm going to use my other move, Precise Strike, which is when I inflict harm on a monster, I can aim for a weak spot. I do extra harm based on how well I roll. Okay, plus, what do you add? Tough. So I got another fucking 7. But that means I inflict an extra harm, and the flamethrower is 3, so that's 4 harm.
Whoa! Mother is still completely fine, I'll tell you. But she looks quite hurt. In fact, because it's fire, I'm going to say she looks a little extra hurt. It's not how that was going to work, but...
We found the Chosen, and you killed her!
You bitch!
Yeah, I wanna do a harm to Mother.
Okay. You're all just standing around kicking somebody in a parking lot at this point, but yeah.
Well, in particular, with use magic, I can inflict harm, which has the ignore armor tag.
Oh!
Nice. Oh, that's going to be helpful, because Mother is hard to hurt unless you use fire or ice.
Yeah, so I think, since I'm hoping that's sort of our last order of business, I'm gonna...
Oh yeah, no, you won.
I'm gonna
You do what
burn
you
the
want.
luck point to max out this roll of use magic. So they'll inflict 1 harm with the ignore armor tag, and then the one move I haven't used yet as the spooky is my hex move, legally distinct from my jinx move. I think that's confusing, but I didn't write this game. In addition to the effect of the use magic, the target immediately suffers 2 harm magic ignore armor. So I can deal 3 armor ignoring harm with a single magic blast.
That's incredible.
That's really
that's
badass.
making Val mad.
She is almost... Oh, well, you wouldn't know that. She's very, very hurt.
Anyone want to like slap her?
I mean, this will probably do nothing because she has armor, but I am just going to throw my knives at her.
Nice.
Do you want to use the liquid nitrogen?
Yeah, hand me that
The
nitrogen.
canister.
That's a great finale.
Yeah.
I like to imagine all of this is happening at the same time.
All right, I'm going to take the can. And then do we want to add fire to this? Because doesn't this just chill her out? Or does it actually kill her? Or actually hurt her?
It would still do. Liquid nitrogen will fuck you up
Like
if it touches
freezes
you.
You'll still hurt
your
her.
skin.
And
I'll
Edith
take it.
already used fire.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a this can. I'm going to say it's a this
Yeah,
can.
look at this can. This-
Okay.
It's just bug spray.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
No.
But whatever. It feels good. Oh, I'll use my luck. I never used my luck.
Oh, use it, yeah.
That's the time.
So
Oh, hell
it's a
yeah.
12 automatic. Okay. Kind of damage.
I mean, feels kind of the same thing as a flamethrower, no?
Yeah, we're gonna call it. What was that? 3?
Yeah.
That's exactly 14 harm to Mother.
Yeah.
You watch her. She lets out this ear-splitting screech as her body crumbles under the force of fire, ice, and magic. And you see her sort of crunching in on herself as she is pulled, vacuumed into this otherworldly space. And the tree itself stands a little taller as all of this is happening and begins to seal. This wound begins to close up, and the branches open back up. And in less than 30 seconds, it is like the wasps never existed.
Yeah.
You have a dozen very pretty hurt people around you, and probably a pretty traumatized town.
Mhm.
But this fun fair was one for the books.
Woo!
I feel a little bad about so much retribution on like an unintelligent insect, but she brutalized our chosen. That was our chosen. That was our
That was
chosen.
our chosen.
You have half a skeleton if you want to do anything with that.
We can try to revive her.
You could try the biggest magic,
Yeah.
or you might decide this was what it was meant to be.
Her hair smelled so
It
good.
was chosen. Die.
Oh,
Let's
man.
do a little ending montage just to see where everybody is in the next however much time you want to talk about. Maybe we'll do Edith last. Chase, you are unstable, but now there's nothing preventing you from getting medical care. So as long as someone sort of holds your arteries closed so you don't bleed out before you get to the hospital, you're going to be okay. You're going to spend a night in the hospital probably.
Yep.
Hank is still in your panic room. I suppose you do something about that. Val, you're supposed to be working at a fun fair right now.
Am I gonna be missed? Like,
Who wants to go first in this sort of ending montage? What do you do next? What's the next chunk of time look like?
I can go next. I am going to, first thing when I get, home, I'm going to go on my dad's old desktop. And I'm going to order myself a new laptop, but I'm going to get it one of those waterproof cases.
It's very
But
smart.
you know what? I'm going to sort of like, I feel like maybe the Scooby Sleuths, there's just some outdated opinions on there and some really toxic behavior. And I feel like maybe there needs to be a new message board. Maybe one that's like a little more local centered so that, now that we've got this like our own little group together, we can sort of be more known and help solve more issues. And who knows, maybe another chosen will come along down the line. So I'm going to start this new message board and I'm going to name it WASP. We all sure play good on the internet is in parentheses.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's Chase.
Anybody else? Maybe Val.
Yeah, I think we could cut to a few days later. Val is meeting with Odette, Madame Odette.
Yeah.
She is quite taken with the impressive magical knowledge. I mean, she already knew Odette was the real deal, despite what the haters might say. But she's eager to share what she learned at the Mother Tree, maybe even like take Odette there after kind of the dust has settled a bit more. And I think Val ultimately formally asks to join the coven of the Merston witches. She still wants to be a monster hunter with the crew. Nothing's going to change that, but she'll have access to better occult and arcane resources and maybe more time to dedicate to training because she's kind of the wasp thing is kind of gross, but other than that, there was a lot of parts of it she really liked, like using her sight, learning about magic, and hanging out with friends.
Hey.
She's so happy to have you. She does say, now, I very much want to add you to a coven. A coven of one is, frankly, sad. But a coven of two, it has to be an odd number. So I'm going to call my niece. We're going to get her in here, and we'll be a coven of three. Unless your friends want to jump in, because that'll be 5.
I'll ask. They might have some stuff to work through there, but let's start with 3. 3 sounds good.
That sounds great. She is confused by the sudden death of the Chosen and is going back over some old, like, mythology that's been kept over time, trying to figure out if that was supposed to happen. She does say, as unexpected as this whole outcome has been, I will say it sounds like if you hadn't gone looking for the Chosen, then you wouldn't have saved the world. So really, maybe everything worked out the way it was supposed to and the prophecy was right. The Chosen did exist, just not for very long.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true, Odette.
And we pan to Edith.
Mm-hmm.
How's Edith?
So in the immediate aftermath of that battle, I think she drops to her knees next to the half skeleton of the Chosen, sees nothing salvageable, full haze for a few days. I think locked in her house again, and then I think eventually maybe she lets Val drag her to a meeting with Odette, and then gets really animated again, going through books with her of did we get something wrong? What was this the wrong Chosen? Is somebody else coming? Something like that. And then when Odette comes to the conclusion of maybe this is all how it was supposed to be, I think Edith immediately outwardly rejects that, but kind of loosens a little bit. She's never gonna say it out loud. She's
right.
Maybe we were all chosen in a certain way. Maybe being chosen doesn't mean specifically only what she thought it meant her whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we'll leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it!
Yay!
Yay!
That was so
How does
fun.
everybody feel?
That was.